100 years ago. The year was 1919. The Chicago White Sox were steamrolling through Major League Baseball on their way to the World Series, a series the Sox eventually lost in 9 games to the underdog Cincinnati Reds, thanks in part to a handful of cheats on Chicago's team that would later be labeled the Black Sox. 1919, the president was Woodrow Wilson. Prohibition goes into effect, as women in 1919 were fighting for the right to vote. World War I came to an end with the signing of the Treaty of Versailles. Babe Ruth was sold by the Boston Red Sox to the New York Yankees for $125,000. Gas was 25 cents a gallon, a loaf of bread cost 7 cents, and a 1-pound juicy steak would run you 26 cents. The great Jackie Robinson and Liberace were both born in 1919, while former President Theodore Roosevelt dies in his sleep that year. Also that year, in the Midwestern United States, in the small town of Collinsville, Illinois, the students were enjoying their 11th year in their new high school on Vandalia Street. That year, head coach John Hawkins led his Collinsville Kahok football team to the gridiron for the first time. The Kahoks, well, they would go 1-3 that first year in Collinsville, but Collinsville Kahok football, it was born. Now we start 100 years, and it all begins anew in 2019. Now is the time for change and hard work. Now is the time for Collinsville Kahok football. The Kahok way.
Yeah, you know what it is. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Yeah, you know what it is. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now we're good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. It is week number 6 of the high school football season, and we are back at home celebrating homecoming as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to host the Granite City Warriors. I am Todd Duke, glad that you're with us here on a Friday night on the Kahawk Sports Network. It is a beautiful evening for football. The heat wave finally has broken, and we are enjoying some fall weather. As we welcome you into the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Chiropractic Works owned by Dr. Chris McCluskey, who, by the way, will be joining us here shortly. He and his crew at the office, they're focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. The location, 410 Regency Center, that is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest with a record of 0-5, looking for that elusive first win of the season. Granite City, they come in with an overall record of 1-4. Granite City is coming off of a 49-21 loss at home versus Quincy Notre Dame. Their only win was in week number 4, and it was a big one, a 76-0 win over Carnahan High School out of St. Louis. Collinsville, of course, coming off of a 31-28 last-second loss at Lincoln on Saturday after Friday's delay pushed everything to Saturday. So Collinsville trying to hit that win column for the first time here this year, trying to do that here at home against Granite City. We'll take a break. Had a chance to catch up a little while ago with Collinsville head coach Mike Popovich. Talked about a number of things. One, the big injury to Aaron Moulton, and then, of course, the game against Lincoln. And then we look ahead to this game right now against Granite City. So my conversation with the Collinsville head coach comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network as we celebrate homecoming tonight here at Kahawk Stadium. Your Collinsville Kahawk football team getting ready to take on the Granite City Warriors. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Mike Popovich. Coach, before we talk about football as the game is at hand, tell me a little bit about Aaron Moulton. I know that we all watched him suffer a horrible injury on Friday night before they called that game, but give us an update on him.
Yeah, it was a tough one. When it happened, obviously, anytime a player gets injured, you're concerned going out there and to hear that young man, he was yelling, get the ambulance, get the ambulance. Then you get out there and you see kind of what's going on, and then you kind of just go into that fight or flight mode where you're trying to keep his eyes off of the injury and get him calmed down so people can get him ready. And it took 8 of us to get him on a stretcher. He's definitely not a small guy. Anybody who knows Big A can imagine that by the time we got to the ER, by the time I got over there Friday night, that he was the life of the party in the ER. Doctors and nurses absolutely loved him. He's in there telling jokes, laughing, and first thing he said to me, he says, "I'm straight, Coach. I'm good." And he just kept talking about he kept talking about God has a plan, and that he wasn't disappointed at all about playing football. He was pumped that he could do it, and and that was good. It was good for me to hear, just because it was such a rough thing. Just you know how that is. I mean, you try and get a kid out, and he comes out, and an injury like that happens. But we've got he's got surgery scheduled for next week. He's been back in the building, and he's been getting a lot of attention. And he talked about that too. He said, "Coach, just imagine how many ladies are going to be talking to me in the hallways." And he has not been disappointed with the attention, and I feel real good about where he's going, and the surgery, and he's got a long road to recover, but at the same time he's got a lot of people that love him, and people that are going to be there supporting him, and I truly believe we're going to get him back and better than ever, and he's going to be ready for the stretch run. If in my mind he's going to be ready for the stretch run for us making a run in basketball. So tough one, but he's in great spirits, and the kids have. It's a hard one just because of how much we just love that kid. So.
All right, and then right after that ended up being the last play on Friday night before they postponed the game because of lightning. You come back on Saturday. Sorry I couldn't join you. But I did watch the game, and I got to see things from a different perspective, because as the play-by-play guy, I'm always looking at the person who has the ball or is getting ready to have the ball or who I think is going to have the ball. So I got to watch a little defense. And forgive me for saying so, but, toward the end of that game, it's just my opinion, and you can obviously disagree with it, but I thought the corners were playing a little soft, and there were a lot of number 4 catches. That guy for number 4 for Lincoln on the sideline as they worked their way up that field for that tying touchdown.
Yeah, and I think, Todd, I think when you're watching it from your perspective, in anybody on the outside, they see that. They see that kid making some catches at the end of the game. The thing that we talked about it, boy, and it's a long explanation. It was such an interesting thing last year, Todd, because in the summer we get in, and you know Coach Soap here. We had Soap here. Soap was here during the month of June last year, and he installed his defense. And I'd gotten Coach Givens to buy in and said, "Hey, you're going to be coaching running backs. I promise you, I'm not going to move you. I promise you, I'm not going to move you." And then all of a sudden, Soap's, now his wife, at the time his girlfriend, got the job in Germany. So here he's leaving over the 4th of July, and we go into scramble mode. And Coach Givens is kind of thrown into a situation where he's having to, take a defense that he didn't know last year because you were worried about the kid's development and everything like that. He didn't want to put it in his own system in such a short period of time. So anyway, after the offseason last year, and you watched all of our games last year, the amount of times that we got beat deep last year over the top was excessive. I mean, it was 3-4 times a game where you're watching it, where we had a blown coverage, and you're seeing a kid get loose, and the quarterbacks that we played last year. I think the kid from East St. Louis is dropping dimes 55, 60 yards downfield. So when we went into the offseason this year, I told Coach Givens, first and foremost, I knew he was going to put his own spin on it. I said, number one, I'm tired of watching us get beat deep. You have got to keep the football in front of you. And he said, okay. And so he put together a defense that allows us to do that. At the same time, there's other things that go into it. And without throwing any other kids under the bus, our outside linebackers are what we call our dogs, for those that watch football. I mean, first thing that they're supposed to do is they're supposed to get a read step. They get a read step off the tackle. If they see past, they're supposed to open up. They're supposed to get to the flats and get underneath that stuff. And by them doing that, it allows our corners to shuffle, and get vertical and keep everything underneath them. But all it takes is one person not doing their job, and then they're in a rough situation. Speaking specifically about that drive, they ended up getting a holding penalty, and we had to go. They had to go 90 yards in 2 minutes, and they did. But we had 3 penalties on that drive. We line up off sides. That's you can't do that. We had back-to-back 15-yarders. The first one on a horse collar play where you hate to blame the youth of a player, but it happens. The funny thing is the horse collar penalty that our outside backer got because we actually blitzed him. He decided to blitz from depth instead of walking up and going and getting a run at it. He goes inside, which wasn't his responsibility. He needed to go outside. Because he goes inside, They go ahead, break containment, and we've got to run him down. And then the very next play, he gets another 15-yarder for taunting. And you look at those three. But other things, Todd, that you look at on that last drive, it kind of shows our inexperience. We had a player who was out with an injury run onto the field in the middle of the drive at the end, said, "Coach, I'm good," sprints out, gets the kid's attention to get him to come off the field. However, they were getting ready to clock the ball. So we have to burn a timeout as opposed to them losing it down. And what we've noticed, our football IQ has been a big issue. I mean, going into that, our last drive on offense, we punt the ball and we allowed it to roll into the end zone. And we had a kid come off. We said, "Hey, what are we doing right there?" And he goes, "I wasn't sure." And I'm like, okay. And we're just, it's part of changing that culture of these kids. Some of these kids, a lot of them haven't played varsity football or hadn't played football at all up until this year, and you're trying to get them up to speed. But, wasn't disappointed with the corners on that last drive. We kept things in front of us. And then at the end of the game, they throw the ball in the corner, and our kid, Antoine Catchings, is over there. He's in a position to make a play. That kid made a play. And, we talked about this. We're 5 weeks in, and we haven't mentioned Antoine Catchings having a breakdown yet. He was there, and the kid made a better play. It kind of goes back to last year. Luke Cuddyback. Luke Cuddyback might have been the most unlucky player I've ever seen. Always in position. You got to throw a perfect ball, and a kid's got to make a perfect play. It's just part of that, getting through that. And kudos to Lincoln, because to put together that drive at the end of the game, that was impressive. Because I felt like we broke their back multiple times. When we got up 21-14 after scoring twice in a row, you feel real good about it. And then Jake has the big run to go up 28-24. And they were very resilient. So a hat tip to them. And that's the first, in 2 years, that's the first tight ball game we've lost. And I think that was tough for the kids to swallow too. And because last year the wins that we got, they were close. They were close wins. So to lose a close ball game, you've got to learn from those things. So there's a lot that plays into it for sure.
All right, you have Granite City here for homecoming tonight. Last year you lost at their place, a total of like 80 points scored in that game. How do you see this game going tonight?
Freddie's good, isn't he? He is special. I had a guy that I used to coach with at the college level. He texted me. He said, "Hey, what do they have?" I said, because he's thinking about bringing his younger kid up. And I said, "You should." I said, "You're going to get a chance to see one of the more dynamic players in the area." He's special. I don't think they're where they thought they were going to be after a playoff run last year. And I know that they look at this coming in. Their backs are against the wall playoff-wise. They need a win. And we're looking to continue to build off of what we established last year, which is that we're going to continue to work. We're going to have that positive energy, and we're going to get better. And, we're not where we want to be right now. But, it takes time. Unlike basketball, who has been so tradition-rich for quite some time, and you just kind of reload because these kids know how to play. And you come in with this, we're fighting some things. So, what do we have to do tonight? We got to keep him off the field. We have to keep him off the field. I was riding up here with Coach Anderson, and then I told him, he goes, "Well, what do you think?" I said, "Well, it'd kind of be like you going up against Belleville West with E.J. Liddell, but Liddell not having maybe the supporting cast." And I said, "But you don't get to have Rayshon Taylor." So, that's kind of where we're at without Chris Chai right now. But I expect a good football game. We got to do some things well. We got to rally the football, and it's a beautiful night. It's about time we've got some football weather.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That is your head coach, Mike Popovich, of your Collinsville Kahawks. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show, and when we come back, we'll pass along some starters to you and some more stats, names, and numbers next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we are just about set for some Kahok football action as they take on Granite City here for homecoming. Here are your starters for Collinsville. On offense, Jackson Lee will be a wide receiver as well as Trey Swigert. And your running backs will consist of Jaden Neighbors and Kyler Williams. And the guy handing the ball off and throwing it to the guys that we mentioned before would be Jake Holton and Colby Anderson may be in there as well. Not a lot of passing, only 2 pass attempts in that Lincoln game that was completed on Saturday. On the line, your left tackle is Eli Norton. Your right tackle is Cody Smith. Your left guard is Cole Hellman. Your right guard is Matt Acton. I just got a visit from his mom up in the booth. She is up from Texas to watch this game. She said she's been watching them all down in Texas. And Gage Trevere is your center as we welcome in now Mr. Chris McCluskey, Dr. Chris McCluskey. Weather finally broke. How you doing?
Thanks for having us. Hey,
Yeah.
It's great. Finally feels like football weather
Yeah,
outside,
it does.
doesn't it?
I was beginning one. I'm like, 90 degrees. I'm like, that's not bad for July 71st.
Right?
I don't know. It seemed like July never ended.
Yeah, it's a great night for Friday Night Lights. Clay Smith steered the committee to get this new football field out here for us. It looks beautiful. We got nice night Friday night with Granite City Warriors versus Collinsville Kahawks, and we're excited for some great action.
All right. Alex Knutz is getting ready to kick off for Granite City. He does so, but flags are already thrown, so this will probably have to come back.
Looks like an illegal procedure against
And
Granite.
we'll just pretend like that never happened, right? No seconds came off the clock. We'll do it all over again, but
Back him up 5 yards.
back him up 5 yards. Kicker is Alex, last name Knust. Not sure if it's just Nust or Knust.
Maybe they left off the O-N. There's a lot of Knutsons around
Yeah,
here.
I know. And I got a Knable on the volleyball team. And yeah, had one a couple of years ago on the girls' soccer team when Coach Smith was the head coach.
Well, it's good to see a lot of numbers down on the Kahok sideline. You know, more guys out than I think we've had in recent years. So a lot of excitement surrounding this Kahok program.
There's another kickoff. This one is not whistled, and it is going to go right to Kyler Williams, who comes from the far side of the field to this side, has a lot of blockers out front. He spins out of one tackle, but couldn't spin out of the second tackle, and Collinsville will start 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Boy, they set that up nicely coming to the strong side of the field, and there's really only one lone defender from Granite City that the Kahoks failed to block. They could have sealed him. That could have been a big play, but at any rate, Kahok's going to take over and see what our offense can do tonight.
They mark it down at the 31-yard line. Big carrier last week. Kyler Williams, 14 carries, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a 71-yard touchdown in that contest as well. As Jake Holton is out at quarterback, he'll hand the ball off, and he'll do so to the new number 99, Gabe Miller. How about that? Gabe Miller is wearing Aaron Moulton's number.
Well, listen, Gabe Miller is a beast, and he's a big, strong kid. He has a lot of heart, and you know, when you're looking to get something going, you know, after what's been a fairly disappointing, if we're all on a season for the Kahawks, you know, you throw a senior leader in the backfield and just let him go to work.
That was a nice pickup of 8 yards by Gabe Miller. He is wearing number 99 in honor of Aaron Moulton, who was hurt in last Friday's game before it was delayed. Broke his leg in 2 places is what I was told. There's the handoff, and it's going to go right up the middle, and it's going to be close to a first down, as that one was by Tremaine Burns. First time I've called his name this year.
Yeah, you know, Aaron Moulton showed a lot of heart coming out playing his senior season, and just an unfortunate turn of events. He got his foot caught in the turf and a little tib-fib fracture, but he'll live to fight another day. And you know, he's got some college possibilities ahead of him.
Gabe Miller back in there. He is the one right behind Jake Holton, and that's everybody moving before the ball got snapped.
I don't know who moved. It was us or them, but everybody was moving.
Everybody
moved. Call it on us.
Miller coming into this game, 18 carries, 120 yards, and 1 touchdown. Kyler Williams, the star last week on the ground. On the year, he has 60 carries for 232 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that, of course, is against Collinsville, so it'll bring up a first down and 15.
Did Collinsville dress out their freshman or sophomore or JVs tonight? Because there are a gob of players on the sidelines.
Maybe it's homecoming. Here's a snap, and Jake Holton's going to keep this one. He's going to try around the left side. Has a little bit of room and gets close to getting 5 of those yards back, but got 4 of them instead, so it'll be second down and 11 for Collinsville as the ball is placed on the Kahok 41.
Yeah, a lot of times when you get a penalty like that, you're just looking to get those yards back on that first down. And Collinsville was close. That'll set up a second and 11 from Collinsville on their own, looks like 42-yard line.
Only 2 pass plays attempted last week. Both of them connected, both of them for 3 yards. So Collinsville had a total of 6 yards through the air last week. As they hand the ball off once again to Gabe Miller, and this time he'll bust across the line of scrimmage, and he'll get back the penalty loss plus a couple more, and it'll bring up a third down and about 7 here for Collinsville.
If you can get 3 to 5 yards a carry, you can avoid penalties. You can chew up clock and just march your way down the field. So it's like Collinsville has 3rd and 6. Probably going to go right back to Miller unless they throw one of those little outs to the slot receiver here.
Collinsville had 335 yards on the ground last week in that loss versus Lincoln. You don't normally see 335 yards on the ground and the loss right next to it.
I don't know if that's ever happened.
Yeah. Miller, the deep man once again. Wide receiver split on both sides. Here is the snap, and Holton's going to keep it. Should have kept on coming towards us before he decided to cut it up. He tried to cut it up early and ran into a bunch of guys wearing red and white.
I tell you what, Jake could have bounced it to the outside, but he was stopped at about a 2-yard gain and ended up with about a 4 to 5 yard gain.
And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. Collinsville going for it here early on. Here's the snap. Holton hands the ball off to Gabe Miller. Gabe Miller tries the right side, and he is not going to get there. He got to the 50, needed to get to the 48, and Granite City will take over.
Yeah, they tried Gabe Miller to the strong side of the field. We tried the no huddle and to go pretty quickly, and Granite City's linebackers snipped that out and just filled the gaps in a hurry, and there's nothing doing for big Gabe Miller there.
We will see Granite City's offense for the first time here in this one, and I'm not really sure who we're going to see at quarterback, to tell you the truth. I know Freddie Edwards was the one last year, but between him and Sebastian Turner, who wears number 13, they have both tried almost 40 passes, so really not sure who they're throwing in here. And we got number 1 and number 5 in the backfield.
I know the young man who passed away from East St. Louis this year has a brother that plays for Granite City.
There's a snap, and the handoff is a pitch back that goes right to Gary Webster, and Webster is hung out to dry immediately.
Boy, Jake Holton came through untouched and was on that play like bees on honey. I mean, that guy came in and blew that play up right away, and that's a big loss. I mean, all of a sudden, 2nd and 16 after a 1st and 10. That's a great start for the Collinsville defense.
Oh, Marion Gooden is the quarterback, and I believe that is the coach's son. Orlando Gooden is the new head coach for the Granite City Warriors. And Freddie Edwards is lined up as a wide receiver right here on this near side sideline. So we're going to have Gooden as the quarterback. Last one was in shotgun. This one is underneath center, and now they're going to take too much time. Play clock goes down to 0. That's a delay of game. Well, are they going to call a timeout? They got a timeout first?
I think they got a timeout. Yep. Freddie was confused out here as the wideout, failing to get set. Now, wideout can actually take a step backwards, and he's considered a man in motion to avoid the false start penalty. But there was some confusion on the Granite City Warriors offensive line, so they elected to take a timeout.
Gardner, Killian Gardner, was the lone setback in the backfield, 6 foot, 215-pound running back. I looked in the backfield. I'm like, who's the big guy in the backfield all by himself?
That's Jerome Bettis style.
Yeah,
there. That's
you ain't
a big
kidding.
fella.
You ain't kidding there. I mean, Gabe Miller is 6 foot, 235. So these guys are pretty much alike. Actually, Gabe Miller's got about 25 pounds on the kid, or 20 pounds.
I bet you Gabe Miller's got a little bit more fight in him. That Gabe Miller is a game player.
Yeah, they had a hard time stopping him at Lincoln last week as well. Miller, in that game versus Lincoln, had 11 carries for 81 yards and 1 touchdown. Holton, who ran the offense at the quarterback position, the wildcat position, if you will, carried the ball 3 times for 47 yards, and he also had a touchdown in that.
Look for Freddie
loss.
Edwards out here as a wideout, tied on 2nd and long.
Gooden at center, and then Freddie Edwards might get that pitch back. Oh, but before he could do that, Gabe Miller is in there. Oh, another big loss, and Collinsville's defense came to play.
Man, I'm really surprised they put Freddie Edwards out as a decoy on that, not having any indication of going his way. They tried the option the other way. Gabe Miller sniffed that out and put a stop to it in a hurry.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if sometimes we see a pitch out or a handoff to Freddie, and he throws it. He's got the arm.
He's certainly got the ability. There's no question about that.
I was thinking the way that was unfolding, I was thinking that was what we were getting ready to look at, but the pitch never happened.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
What a gigantic 3rd down for the Kahok defense here.
Now we're going to switch up quarterbacks, and we're going to go to Kayshawn White. He's in the shotgun. This might be a little wildcat formation. They hand the ball off to Edwards. He tries the right side, and he's swallowed up about 4 yards, but then keeps on pushing, keeps on going, and he is going to get a good chunk of yardage out of that to bring up 7 yards needed for a 1st down?
Well, that's why you give the ball to Freddie Edwards. Everybody in the stadium knew he was going to get the ball. We had him stopped for a 2-yard gain, and he got a 8-yard gain out of the deal.
So 4th down and about 7 to go for a 1st down here for Granite City. We'll see how they want to play this.
If Granite City's smart, the ball is going to be in Freddie's hands 70% of the time, right?
Sure. Question is, how? You're going to throw it to him? You're going to hand it off to him? You're going to pitch it back and let him throw it? we'll probably see all of the above.
I'm sure. I mean, that kid is a real gamer. He's a Division I caliber athlete.
Looks like we are going to go for it on 4th down, are the Warriors. In shotgun is Omarion Gooden, and now we have a flag on the play. And that's a delay of game. That's going to hurt.
Some frustration.
Yeah.
The Granite City offense.
Now they're
it looks
gonna
like
punt.
they're bringing out the punt team. Wow. What a critical mistake by Granite City.
Sebastian Turner is coming out to punt. And back deep for Collinsville is Chris Jones. There's the punt. It's a high one. It's a good one. And not calling for a fair catch is Jones.
No.
I don't know.
Boy.
Did he jump on? He got on
He
it.
did. He
Man,
had
oh,
two
man.
defenders right around him, and he went to catch the ball without
Right
a
at
fair
his
catch.
shoestrings.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought I was waiting for him to raise that arm up for that fair catch, but nevertheless, Collinsville survives a heart attack there and gave to the crowd.
As long as we don't commit any silly penalties, look for Collinsville to go right back to the running game.
This drive will start on the 21. The last one started on the 31. Collinsville got a couple of first downs, but then could get no farther. Kahawks break out of their huddle. Swagger lines up as a wide receiver on this side. There is a snap, and Jake Holton's going to keep it. Tries the left side, shakes off one tackler, and then takes another one out of bounds.
That's
and that
a late
guy
hit out of bounds.
threw
That should
him
be a
out of
flag.
bounds. There is no flag.
That
But
should be a flag.
after they reached the out of bounds marker, the defender whirled and threw
Wow.
Holton out of bounds even farther, and no flag on the play.
Yeah, they got away with one there. But listen, we get 3 to 5, 6 yards of play on the ground, chew up clock. I love this game plan by the Collinsville coaching staff.
Second down and about 3 to go here for Collinsville. We're in the first quarter, 6:07 left to go. Clock stops with the out of bounds play. Peyton Blaylock on the camera, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. There's a handoff, and that's going to be real close to first down yardage there. I believe that was Gabe Miller.
It's like the line judge got him spotted for a first down. They're going to move the chains.
That was not Gabe Miller. That was Tremaine Burns. And it is enough for a first down. Last year, Collinsville lost to this Granite City team at Granite City 59-29. It was 29-8 at halftime.
Yeah, that was a highly anticipated game, and Collinsville really just didn't show up in the first half on that game, so they're looking for some revenge here.
Almost 90 points scored in that game. Here's Kyler Williams, last week's star running back, and he'll get about 2 yards before he's finally brought down at the Kahok 35, around the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it looked to be a little skinny option there with Jake Holton running quarterback. Elected to give the ball up to Kyler Williams. Got her, and look, he ended up getting, I think, 4 yards out of the play.
Gave him a little generous spot than I thought he was going to get.
So, I mean, we'll take that. Travion Swaggart coming back into the play or into the game, bringing the play to quarterback Jake Holton. Now, Travion's an exceptional athlete. Look for them to take a shot to him at some point during this first half.
Kyle Schweinwin is lined up as the far side receiver. That's a little
Fumble on the play. Fumble was a missed handoff.
Yeah, it was a missed handoff. That was a busted play to begin with, it looked like. Looked like a bunch of confusion in the backfield, and that's really going to hurt.
Well, there's one of those mistakes we just talked about. You know, if you're getting 3 to 5 a play, but then every series you're giving up 5 to 7, now all of a sudden your game plan is a little bit harder to make profitable.
Yeah, lost about 7 on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14 as Jake Holton awaits the play being ran in by Swaggart. And
here comes Swaggart.
They
Look
have
for Collinsville to go to the air here.
Like I said, they only tried 2 passes last week. I don't know. They had plenty of time on the play clock, so no worries about that. As Swaggart comes out over here onto this side.
Travion Swaggart's one-on-one coverage.
Here's a snap, and Holton's going to keep it, and he's going to try that left side, and he's going to have little success. He'll get some of that lost yardage back, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 9 or 8.5 to go here for a first down for Collinsville.
Looks like Collinsville's playing the field position game. We're not willing to risk turnovers, so look for a punt here on 4th down and 8 from their own 29-yard line. And as good of a showing as their defense had, I think that's a pretty smart move by the coaching staff.
Well, how about this for a move? You have the freshman quarterback out there right now, so here's where you might see your first pass because it looks like they're going for it or they're going to punt. And he's been subbing in as a punter as well, him and Stephen Green. So
Stephen Green's on the sideline with a concussion, so.
Well, that's why. That explains that. It's an end-over-end punt, and then it takes a bounce straight toward the press box here, right at the 45-yard line. So Granite City will have pretty good field position, 1st and 10 from their own 45. 3:12 left to play here in this first quarter.
Well, look for Granite City to go right back to Mr. Freddie. They tried to run some plays without him involved, without much success. As soon as they got him the ball, all of a sudden they started gaining some yards.
Last year in that Week 6 loss, 59-29, Kyler Williams had a pretty good game in that one as well. 14 carries for 109 yards and a touchdown. So far, he's only touched the ball once in this game. Gabe Miller has handled the ball more than Williams has, and I think Jake Holton has had more runs than both of them. All right. Now we have Freddie Williams at quarterback. No, he's over here on the sideline once again. We have a whole host of quarterbacks. They're going to fake the handoff to Freddie, and that's going to cost them right there because everybody followed Freddie Williams. And number 9 is going to bust it all the way in for a touchdown. That is Kayshawn White. And just like that, the Granite City Warriors jump on top 6-0.
Yeah, Collinsville's inside linebacker was the only man that the quarterback had to beat, and he tried an arm tackle, fell down, and that results in a touchdown for Granite City.
White gets the touchdown. White on the year came in, having rushed the ball only 7 times for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. And he's doubled his touchdown in 1 play. And his yardage. Extra point try coming up here for Granite City. Looks like, I don't know, Chase Bouchard. Is that 28 on his back? I can't tell.
That is 28.
Chase Bouchard. Ball is on the way, and it is good. And it is 7-0 in favor of, wrong sideline. In favor of Granite City. We will take a timeout. When we come back, your Collinsville Kahawks will get the ball, see if they can try to match this. And we'll do that next on the Kahawks Sports Network. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Mr. Peyton Blaylock all back with you here from Kahawk Stadium. A 55-yard touchdown run by Kayshawn White has given the Granite City Warriors a 7-0 lead. 3 minutes left here in this first quarter, so plenty of time. Need to mount a comeback. Kickoff on the way. It's right to the near side, and it is taken over there by Jaden Neighbors. Neighbors bounces off one of his own players, comes to the sideline, bounces off a tackler, keeps on his feet, and then gets pushed out of bounds right in front of the coaching staff for the Collinsville Kahawks. Nice run back by Neighbors.
Yeah, that was a great effort by Jade Neighbors. He just followed his blockers. He didn't get in too big a hurry. And he really earned himself an extra 10 to 12 yards on that play just by being patient and coming right up the sideline.
So Jake Holton will trot back out that wild card offense. Last week, Collinsville ran 45 plays. 2 of those were passing plays. 43 were running plays.
Well, look for Granite City to stack the box if that's the way Collinsville is going to play their game.
There's a handoff. Oh, no. Gabe Miller didn't get his hands on that ball at all. It bounced right off of him, and Granite City recovers it. And watch out, the Warriors are on the move in Kahawk territory.
That's a big play. You've got Jake Holton and Gabe Miller out there talking to each other after this, and both of them throwing their hands up saying, what in the world? There's some miscommunication there, and that's an unfortunate turn of events. However, Collinsville defense has been playing well enough outside of that busted play on the last drive. We could easily get a 3rd and out. Or it'd be 4th and out at this point in this spot on the field and get the ball back.
This is a roulette wheel of quarterbacks here for Granite City. I have no idea who I'm looking at, and every time they come out there on the field for offense. I believe that last one, the handoff was by Markeelan Gardner, and now Freddie Edwards is the lone tailback, while again, Gooden is the quarterback. A direct snap, and Freddie Edwards almost got caught by Jay Colton. Catchings can't catch him, and then Freddie Edwards zigzags his way up the sideline, and he's going to go in for another touchdown.
Boy, unfortunately, that was like child's play. We had a linebacker in the backfield. We had a cornerback. We had a safety, all with shots at Freddie Edwards. And he just sidestepped his way right to the touchdown.
25 seconds later.
That is a Division I athlete, folks, right there.
After Granite City scores the go-ahead touchdown, 25 seconds later, Collinsville turns the ball over, and Granite City scores another one.
You're not going to arm tackle Freddie Edwards. I can promise you that.
No, you are not.
You're going to have to drive a shoulder pad into his legs. You're going to have to wrap up.
Bouchard for the extra point. It's on the way, and that one is good as well. So just like that, Granite City takes a 14-0 lead, and Collinsville, once again, will get the ball back when we come back on the Kahok Sports Network. Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Peyton Blaylock, all with you here on this Friday night, week number 6 of the high school football season, and things have not started well here for Collinsville. Down 14-0, 2 touchdowns scored in a matter of 25 seconds.
Yeah, you got to respect Freddie Edwards, though. I was just talking to Peyton Blaylock. Said he saw that guy play in 8th grade, and he could have played varsity football at that time.
There's Kyler Williams with a kickoff return. He's going up the middle. He spins off a one tackler, stays on his feet, and again, this is the 3rd time out of 4 that Collinsville is going to have excellent starting field position, but as of right now, they've been unable to capitalize on that.
Yeah, another great return by Kyler Williams. Man, the guy follows his blockers well. He's patient, and then he's got some explosive speed. Look for Collinsville to go back to the ground and mount a slow, steady, sustained approach down the field.
2:27 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Jake Holton. He'll take the snap, and it's going to be whistled dead.
Best I could see.
Can't get any.
Certainly looked to me like there was movement. Flag comes in late.
That's a delay of game. Yeah, I think the referee blew his whistle but forgot to throw the flag.
That is exactly what happened. He threw the flag about 30 seconds late.
Oh, boy.
Well, there's another costly penalty. Look, if you're looking for 3 to 5 yards of play and you give up 5 every series, it's going to be a long evening.
That it is. Kahawks are trying to make homecoming a little bit more of an enjoyable evening. They really made some progress offensively last week, and that killer last-minute drive by Lincoln did them in. Here is Holton in the shotgun. He'll snap, and it'll be a double reverse. Kyler Williams hands the ball off to Jaden Neighbors. Neighbors has blockers in front of him, but somehow or another, he wouldn't run faster than his blockers, and that allowed Brandon Rogers of Granite City to catch up to Neighbors and tackling from behind.
Great play, though. And, Neighbors was on a breakaway, and a lot of times the guy will get out in full stride and hold that ball out there. He really protected that football, and the guy came from behind and tried to swat it away, and Neighbors was just too strong.
timeout while one of the Granite City players ties his shoe over here next to the Collinsville bench. As Jake Holton comes back in with his play.
If I'm not mistaken, Jake Holton's playing with a broken finger.
You can play with a broken finger. I've done it. I'm just kidding. I've never played football in my life. Not organized anyway. Pick up games in the neighborhood I did, but.
Injuries have certainly.
Oh, man, you ain't kidding. They have decimated this group.
Collinsville this year, without a doubt.
Jackson Lee lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. On the near side here is Swaggart. A little wing formation for Collinsville. Hand the ball off to Gabe Miller, and Miller holds onto the ball and gets very close to a first down. He hit right on the 31 and then bounced up to the 30. They'll mark him down at the 31, and it'll be 2nd down and 1 here for Collinsville.
Yeah, and actually Collinsville has owned time of possession in this game, believe it or not, even though we're down 14-0. We've given up 2 big plays, but we have certainly owned the line of scrimmage, and we've shown an ability to get yards on the ground whenever we want.
90 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. 14-0 in favor of Granite City. Collinsville on the move. As once again, Lee and Swaggart are your wide receivers. Deep man in the backfield, Gabe Miller. He gets the ball. He goes straight up the middle. He gets the first down and a little bit more as he is taken down at about the 26-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play and moves the chains.
Yeah, very nice. Collinsville's feeling good about the way they're playing, controlling the line of scrimmage. And, you know, Granite City has some athletic guys up there in their front 3 or 4, whatever they're playing, but Collinsville's doing a great job. You got Eli Norton, you know, that we're relying on down there on the line. And things are looking good for Collinsville on this drive.
Just need to keep it going. Hold on to the football. No mistakes. Same formation, same characters in the same spots. Here is a fake handoff. Well, actually, they give it to Jaden Neighbors, and Neighbors gets out of a few tacklers and gets it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Collinsville, their first trip to the red zone will be from the 9-yard line.
Boy, Travion Swaggart out here lined up at wide out, lays an incredible block. He sustains the block, and then he pulls his hands away, making sure not to get a penalty. That was a super heads-up play by that junior wideout.
They actually marked the ball on the 11, so it'll be first down and 1. Collinsville can get a first down at the 1-yard line. 25 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. Here's a Jake Holton keeper. Tries the left side, spins out of 1 tackle, and down at the 5 he goes.
We'll take it. There's another 5-yard gain,
Well,
5 to 6-yard gain.
Unless they already had 2 plays called, that might be the last play of this quarter. Well, they're going to go ahead and bring everybody to the sidelines, and that is going to do it for quarter number 1. We will take a break, and when we come back, quarter number 2 will head your way next on the Kahok Sports Network. Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald. Once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Peyton Blaylock along with you. Forgot to mention during the pregame show that the soccer playoff schedule was released today, and your Collinsville Kahawks will try to defend that third-place trophy and shoot for a second or first. That'll happen the first time on October 22nd at 7 o'clock. Collinsville got the 3 seed. They will be taking on Belleville West, the number 6 seed, and this regional will take place in O'Fallon.
They had a big win against Granite City this past week in overtime.
We have them tomorrow morning right here on this field against Alton at 11:30. So I am back here less than 24 hours later. Here's Collinsville trying to get their first score of the night, but That carry didn't go very far. It's going to bring up a third down and maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, look for Granite City to really load up the box, probably bring in an extra linebacker. Collinsville will probably be smart to fake a ball inside and maybe try to hit the edge if we're going to keep it on the ground.
Second quarter action underway.
3rd and 4 for the Kahawks.
Holton and Swaggart come into the game for the Kahawks.
They're just getting plays from the sideline, and now Swaggart will line up as a wide receiver on this side of the field. Jackson Lee on the other. Here's a snap, and Holton bobbles it, and he takes a player with him all the way back down to the line of scrimmage. He drug Aaron Barnett with him for about 5 yards as Holton lost a little bit of time when he bobbled that ball.
Well, he certainly tried to hit the edge, but the problem was we failed to have a decoy up the middle, so Granite City snipped that one out in a hurry.
It's going to be 4th down and 4 to go for a first down. Remember, Collinsville can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Sure would like to see him just punch it in from here.
Oh, a crucial play. Collinsville getting this deep in the red zone. You know, linemen got to kind of step up, figure out what to do, and make a push and just make this happen here.
Handoff up the middle to Gabriel Miller.
That's probably what you're going to see.
Here's a snap. Miller, nope, they fake it to him and rolling around the right-hand side. Oh! Holton got taken down from behind, but did he get enough for the first down?
He's hurt.
I would imagine he is. Looks like he got tripped up, and as he was spinning, he went down.
I cannot believe he didn't go to the pylon.
Yeah.
He had the edge all the way, and he cut the ball upfield and looked to be tripped up.
It's going to be real close to a first down, but right now everybody's concern is on Jake Holton because we just are running out of players. We are running out of players. Injury timeout on the field. We'll take an injury timeout as well. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
There you see Jake Holton walking off the field under his own power, a little bit of a limp. He did not get the first down, so Granite City takes over on downs. It'll be first down and 10 for the Warriors from the Collinsville 2-yard line, or from the Granite City 2-yard line, excuse me. So here's where your defense needs to step up and kind of help your offense out.
Well, key on Freddie Edwards here. Let's go back to what we did in the first quarter. Just don't give up the big play. Safety's got to stay tight. Cornerback's got to stay tight.
Freddie Edwards called out the play in the huddle, and he lines up under center as the quarterback on this play. Sends a man into motion.
Showing blitz.
Here's a keeper by Freddie Edwards. He bounces around the right side, trying to get past Becker. He does. And then from behind, he was finally taken down by Collinsville's Chris Jones.
Well, stay tuned for the Freddie Edwards show, folks. He was stopped in the end zone and ends up with a gain of, 15?
Well, they take it from the 2 all the way down to the 18-yard line, so pretty close.
16 on the play.
Edwards under center once again. This time he'll roll out to his left. He'll pitch it, and it's going to go for a little bit of money over there by Gardner, and Gardner gets it all the way out to midfield before he is finally run out of bounds.
Well, Granite City's figured out that the interior is not where they're going to make a living tonight. They're going to go straight to the edge. all night long. So Collinsville's cornerbacks, safeties are going to really have to step up, look for the linebackers to start running some outside stunts to try to stop this edge attack from Granite City.
So Gardner picks up a first down and then some as the ball is almost at midfield. Right now it sits on the Granite City 48-yard line as only a couple, and Freddie Edwards trying to help a teammate tie his shoe.
Granite City's had some untied shoe
Yeah, they have.
problems tonight. That's what they do to give their linemen a breather, see, Todd.
Gardner remains the lone setback in the
I've
backfield.
seen that one.
Yep.
I've seen that before.
Freddie Edwards sends a man into motion, and Edwards will hand the ball off to Gardner. Gardner skirts the line of scrimmage, then cuts it up, and he gets himself into Collinsville territory and picks up another Warrior first down in the process.
Yeah, once again, coming to the strong side edge, Collinsville's going to have to make an adjustment to seal the edge and force Granite City to have to go back into the middle of the football field.
9:36 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville trailing 14-0. Kahok's offense has moved the ball pretty well, but a fumble cost them. And then two big plays within 25 seconds has gotten Granite City their 2 touchdowns.
Collinsville still going with a 3-man front, 4 linebackers, 2 corners, and 2 safeties.
Edwards under center once again. He'll hand the ball off to Gardner, and Gardner tries the left side, bounces off a couple of Kahawks, and he keeps on going and picks up about 5 of what he needed to get for a first down.
Wilson, ball carrier for the Warriors.
Bring up 2nd and 5 for Granite City Warriors. I like Collinsville going with the 3-man front, going with an extra linebacker, and understanding that Granite City is going to attack the edge until we stop them.
Have we had any pass plays in this game yet at all by either team? I know Collinsville hasn't.
not one
Okay.
yet.
Total ground game going on here by both teams, and right now Granite City has the advantage. 2nd down and 5 from the Kahok 33-yard line. Edwards under center once again, and this time he pops out of center, and it's a direct snap, and it goes right to Matre Sneed, and Sneed gets it to the far sideline, close to a first down. Looks like he'll be about 2 yards short.
Trey Anderson was tasked with sealing that edge, and he actually overran the play and ended up standing in the backfield watching Granite City's running back gain another 3 yards.
Matre Sneed. I think that's like the 10th different person who's touched the ball on offense here tonight.
Granite City definitely has athletes on the football field. There's no question about that.
Well, Marion Gooden, who started this game at quarterback, trots in off the sideline. We'll see where he lines up. Looks like he's going to be under center. Freddie Edwards over there on the far sideline, lined up as a wide receiver, but they only need a couple of yards, so they're going to let Gooden keep it. Now there's a flag on the play. And that came in right at the line of scrimmage.
Interesting from the back judge.
Yeah. And they did not get enough for the first down, so it'll be 4th and 1. And the penalty, unfortunately, is going to go against Collinsville, so there goes that.
Mask against Collinsville. That would have been my guess coming from the back judge.
So instead of 4th and 1, it's going to be first down. It was only a 5-yarder, so it must have been incidental face mask instead of the 15-yard personal foul kind. 8:33 left to play here in this first half. 14-0 in favor of Granite City.
Here comes
Warriors
big
have
Aaron
the ball.
Moulton, carted in on the golf cart, cast on his leg after having surgery. He's 1 foot hopping, and the crowd's going crazy, giving him some respect tonight.
Talked to head coach Mike Popovich about him in the pregame show and said he was cracking jokes in the hospital in Lincoln.
That's Aaron's personality. He's a great kid.
Gooden is in shotgun. He'll take it and he'll throw it. First time tonight with a throw. Oh, nice bat down there at the last second by Chris Jones.
Excellent play by Chris Jones. 5'10", 165 junior out of Collinsville. Plays that ball perfectly, sniffs it out.
Because I tell you what, the Granite City guy was wide open before Jones came in there and swatted that away. That'll bring up 2nd down. Our first throw of the game is an incomplete pass. 8:01 left to play here in this first half. Once again,
as easily as he swatted it down, he might have been able to catch that ball.
Gooden lines up in shotgun, and once again, Sneed is the lone setback. Gooden back to throw again. This time he has a guy open in the flat, and that guy is a big dude running down the field and stumbling and bumbling into the end zone for a touchdown, and that is Sebastian Turner.
Yeah, the slot receiver was wide open. We had a linebacker that just missed an open field tackle. That was DJ Powell. And that puts Granite City on top 20-0 with 7:52 left to play in the second quarter.
There is Bouchard with his third extra point try. 7:52 left to play here in this first half, and Granite City has scored 3 touchdowns. Here's a snap. Gooden holds. Kick is on the way by Bouchard, and it's good. And the lead extends to what? Hit the wrong one again. 21-0. We will take a timeout. When we come back again, Collinsville will get the ball back. See if they can handle doing something on offense here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Peyton Blaylock along with you as we are into the second quarter. 7:52 left to play in the second quarter, and Collinsville is down by 3 touchdowns already. So, Dr. Chris, it's going to be one of those uphill battle games.
There is no question about that. Collinsville came out and played some pretty solid defense, but then we gave up some big plays on the edge.
There was a fumble, and then he picked it up, did Jaden Neighbors, and he runs it all the way back up to the 35-yard line, and then a flag came in right at the end of that run.
Referee looked for a block in the back.
Yep, illegal block in the back by Collinsville, and the Kahawks can't stand out of their own way here.
You can almost tell what the penalty is going to be by who calls it, given the situation.
21-0 in favor of Granite City. Warriors have 2 timeouts left. Kahawks have all 3 of theirs, in case you were wondering.
Optimistically speaking, Collinsville has been able to run the ball. We got the ball down to the 2-yard line on our last drive. So if we can mount a sustained ground attack, chew up some clock, score a touchdown before the second quarter.
So Colby Anderson is going to have to come in and play quarterback because Jake Holton remains on the trainer's table on the sideline. So the freshman is pressed back into action.
Yeah, there's a bag of ice coming out of the cooler for number 4, Jake Holton.
There's a snap, and a handoff goes to Gabe Miller, and Miller bowls over a bunch of people on his way to a first down.
I'm telling you, it's fairly frustrating tonight because, again, Collinsville has actually owned time of possession and the line of scrimmage, and somehow we find ourselves down 21-0.
Well, that turnover on the very first play after Granite City scored, and the very next play, Granite City scored. That's what's going to do it to you. 2 touchdowns in 25 seconds. If you take away that fumble and that touchdown that resulted from it, this would be a 14-0 game. And Collinsville would probably already have a touchdown, and we'd be playing 14-7. But as it stands, it's 21-0. Anderson back to pass.
Looks
left,
Swaggart.
throws left, and Swaggart couldn't quite catch the ball as the ball hit off of the helmet of the defender, and there's a flag down there where they were running that route right in front of the Collinsville bench.
I think you're going to see defensive holding with Swaggart coming off the line. Swaggart was frustrated after the play. His coach is having to pull him back and bring him back to the huddle.
It is going to be a defensive hold on Granite City, so Collinsville will benefit from that one. And we almost could have had pass interference because the defender, Jalen Burris, was not really looking for the ball, and he let that ball hit him right in the helmet because he never did make a move on it.
That was actually a great throw
Sure
by
was.
the freshman quarterback, Colby Anderson.
Swaggart almost lined up 5 yards past the line of scrimmage there.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah,
he's ready
is.
to go.
He's
He
ready to
reminds me of
go.
Carlos Martinez right now.
They have to wait for the chains to move. Collinsville gets the first down on the penalty. And in the shotgun is Colby Anderson once again. And now Anderson will hand the ball off to Gabe Miller, who is off the left side. And he barrels his way forward, taking a couple of guys with him, and picks up about 8 yards.
Gabe Miller carries 3 Granite City Warrior defenders an extra 3 yards. And again, offensively, things are positive for Collinsville at this point. We just got to come up with a couple defensive stops and poke the ball in the end zone.
We got 7 on the play, they say, so 2nd down and 3. Swaggart lines up as a wide receiver on this side. Still have the 3 running backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Miller. He's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, but still busts through. And now he's got a head of steam and carries number 4, Alex Knutz, with him all the way down to the Warrior 31-yard line. And a flag came in late.
Late flag.
That's going to be a bench violation there, and they might just have a warning for the first time.
That could be Travion Swaggart. I hope not. I hope it's number 3 from Granite City.
Yeah, we might have some unsportsmanlike conduct here. That's exactly what it is.
Extracurriculars against
They're going to call that Granite
City.
City. Wow. So Granite City over on our sideline talking some smack.
Colby Anderson, the freshman quarterback, showing some leadership, grabbing a hold of Travion Swaggart and saying, listen, we're in the driver's seat. Keep your composure and let's move the ball down the field.
Swaggart's just a sophomore, so they're not that far apart in age. It's not like he grabbed a senior and said, hey, dude.
I think Travion's older.
Uh-huh. All right, here we go again. Collinsville on the move after they mark off the penalty yardage. Collinsville will have the ball in excellent field position for the 2nd time tonight. The Kahawks will have the ball in the red zone. Last time, they were unable to punch it in.
Here comes a Collinsville Kahawk marching band led by Bobby Wright. This he tells me this is the best band he's ever had.
They've been doing some pretty good
They have been
competitions.
performing well at competitions. Yeah. That's right. So they're going to put on a great show for the crowd here
Homecoming
at Kahawk
night.
Stadium.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Collinsville looking for a score. They give the ball to Jaden Neighbors, and Neighbors stutter steps a couple of times and then gets a couple of yards after he ran parallel with the line of scrimmage for about 15 yards.
That was a nice pursuit by the Granite City Warrior defense. You know, they just kept pushing him lateral until there was no more room and stopped him for a short gain.
Jake Holton, by the way, sitting on the trainer's table there behind all the rest of his teammates, so it looks like he may be done for the evening, and that is not good for Collinsville, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. Injuries have plagued Collinsville. Jake's playing with a broken finger. Now he's got a knee problem. But numbers are vast for Collinsville, and the underclassmen are just going to have to step up.
Anderson in the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Gabe Miller. Oh, there's a fumble. I think Anderson jumped on it. Not sure. We'll have to wait for him to peel the bodies off the pile.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Granite City got it.
Boy.
Well, it was a fumble by Tremaine Burns. He hasn't touched the ball that much tonight, a couple of times. And that's unfortunate. Seems like every time Collinsville gets some positive movement going in the right direction, something happens, and that ends.
Well, it was a heads-up play by the freshman quarterback Anderson to try to jump on the ball. He was just a day late and a dollar short, as they say. And again, Collinsville gets the ball in the red zone and fails to score and turns the ball over.
.62 degrees here. Feels awesome outside. Now we have a flag coming in. I'm guessing
like
we have a coaching violation.
Coach Popovich was in the side judge's ear.
Yep.
And a flag came out, and I'm not sure what he could have been upset about.
I'm not sure either, but Coach Popovich is going to call a timeout. Is he going to try to calm himself down, or he's going to talk to the referees or something like that? But we will take a timeout right along with him back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshibid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, 5:19 left to play here in this first half. Granite City Warriors up 21-0, and they got the ball back after Collinsville fumbled it as the Kahawks were driving in the red zone once again. And then a couple of flags. And what do you know? Granite City's got the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Well, Collinsville has no choice but to come up with a stop with 5 minutes left in the second quarter here.
Gooden is the quarterback. He stands in shotgun. And there's the snap.
Should have been a false start on the wide out.
Number 9 over here was, that's an interception, though. We'll take it. And we're going to go back the other way with it. And Collinsville gets the ball right back on an interception by Gabe Miller. The flag through, because I'm telling you what,
They could call that play dead because I think the side judge threw a flag on a false start.
They never blew the whistle. They did throw the flag. I believe that, I don't know if it was a false start, but Keyshawn White left too early. False start. That penalty's declined.
Well, the referee failed to blow the play
Sure
dead,
did.
and he should have done that actually by rule. But as a Kahawk fan, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'll take it. If I'm Granite City, I'm hot right now.
Collinsville turned the ball over twice on fumbles, and Granite City, that's their first turnover, and it was an interception by Gabe Miller, who does it all.
Well, here we are in the red zone again, okay? And it's time we punch this ball in the end zone.
Down to the 10-yard line is where this drive will begin. So it's almost like Collinsville never lost the ball on the fumble. They just ran a couple of plays, got down to the 10. And it's going to be 1st and goal here for Collinsville.
Look for Gabe Miller to carry the football.
There's a snap, and the handoff is going to be a reverse. It goes right back to Jaden Neighbors, and Neighbors gets tackled down from behind as he was on the run toward the end zone, but got caught from behind at the 5.
That was a nice play design. I kind of lost the football. I thought
they handed it off to Kyler Williams, and Williams
a lot
immediately
going on
handed
there.
it off to Neighbors. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line is where they spot that one.
Oh, and I'm okay with about 2-3 yards of carry here to choose some time off the clock. I know you just want to put the ball in the end zone, but you'd like to go into halftime 21-7.
4:20 left to play here in this first half. Here is Anderson. He hands the ball off, and he does so, coming around the left side. And it's going to be a touchdown, Kyler Williams. Kahawks get on the board on a 7-yard touchdown run by Kyler Williams.
Well, just what the doctor ordered after 2 turnovers by the Kahawks. Granite City puts the ball in the air in their own, or in our red zone, and Gabe Miller comes up with a huge interception. Collinsville capitalizes with a touchdown. Freshman Andrew Chai on for the extra point try.
Chai ready to go. Here's the snap. It's high, and Colby Anderson takes it. He's going to run with it, and he'll get inside the 5-yard line. That's about it. There's also a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be a legal procedure versus Collinsville, you would think.
I think, yeah, there was somebody was in motion. Too many guys moving at the same time. Bad snap. Colby Anderson took the high snap, knew he wasn't going to have time to bring that ball down and place it properly, so he just picked it up and started running. It's going to go against Granite City.
How about that?
Wow.
I guess somebody was lined up in the neutral zone because I didn't see any movement on the defensive line. So the Kahawks will have another chance to let Andrew Chai complete a PAT.
Anderson once again the holder. Here's the snap. Ball down. Kick on the way, and it is good. Andrew Chai hits the extra point, and Collinsville gets to within 14.
Hey, Andrew Chai, freshman brother of injured senior quarterback Chris Chai, just started kicking extra points this summer, and the kid's got a leg on him, and it proved to be good here at the end of the second quarter. Towards the end, anyway.
We'll take a break. Granite City gets the ball when we come back next on the Kahok Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. Collinsville kicks the ball off, and that touchdown that Collinsville just scored is going to be wiped away on a big 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown for Granite City. And boy, oh boy, just when you felt like you had some momentum going on, Markalen Gardner sucks the wind right out of the crowd.
That is what you know as a momentum killer. Unfortunately, Granite City blocked that well. Collinsville failed to fill their lanes. And what was a 2-touchdown game just became a 3-touchdown game once again.
Again. Just like that. Bouchard on to try his fourth extra point of this game. And the kick is on the way, and this kick is good as well. So Granite City gets that 7 right back in quick fashion, folks. We will call another timeout here, and when we come back, we will see Collinsville get the ball one more time.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Peyton Blaylock back with you from Kahok Stadium. 28-7 now in favor of Granite City. And don't forget, we have the Cafe Agape halftime show coming up for you at halftime. We'll scour the internets, bring you some scores from week number 6 of the high school football season. Can tell you that the St. Louis Cardinals lost game 2 of the National League Division Series to the Atlanta Braves, 3-0 today. So that series is tied at 1 game apiece as they take tomorrow off and come back to Busch Stadium for games 3 and 4 on Sunday and Monday. Here's the kickoff by Granite City. It is going to bounce, and it is going to be picked up by Travion Swaggart at the 15-yard line. He comes around to the near side. He'll turn around the other way. Then he'll turn it back upfield, and he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. So all that running around for a gain of about 7 yards after the initial pickup at the 15-yard line. And with 3:55 left to play here in the second quarter, Collinsville will have to drive the length of the field. They have 2 timeouts left, as does the Warriors, in a 28-7 game. Collinsville just scored to get to within 2 touchdowns. 10 seconds later, Gardner takes it to the house on a kickoff return for a touchdown. And the Warriors get those 7 points right back. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Miller. Miller brings it right up the middle across the 25 and barrels forward to about the 28-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 6, so it'll bring up second down and 4 to go for a first down. Clock continues to run. 3:35 left to play here in this second quarter. Colby Anderson, the freshman quarterback, pressed back into action after Jake Holton got hurt at the goal line on a 4th down play. Holton is on the sideline, and he has the shoe off of that right foot. Here's a throw. Oh, Travion Swaggart over the shoulder catch by Colby Anderson all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and the Kahawks are on the move. "28-yard line down to the 8-yard line." What a play by Colby Anderson. A perfect touch on the pass and an over-the-shoulder catch on the run by Travion Swaggart. Collinsville's got it. 1st and goal from their 8-yard line. Here is Anderson. He'll hand the ball off to Miller. Miller over the left tackle and gets up to about the 5 before he is finally brought down. And Collinsville trying to get that touchdown right back. Second down and goal for Collinsville from the 5. 3rd trip inside the red zone for the Kahawks. They've only managed 1 score. Taking a while to get this play ran in. There is Colby Anderson. Brings it in straight from the head coach himself, Mike Popovich. Swaggart breaks out of the huddle and lines up as a wide receiver on the near side. Jackson Lee over on the far side. Anderson remains in shotgun. Here's the snap. Handoff is to Miller. Tries the left side. Spins. Does he get in? No, he does not. Down at the 1. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Third and goal from the 1-yard line here for Collinsville after a big 80-yard reception by Travion Swaggart from Colby Anderson to set this whole thing up.
Yeah, we said look for Swaggart to run a fly pattern at some point in this ball game, and the freshman Colby Anderson certainly has an incredible arm, so why not put it to use?
What a great touch on that one. Down to 5 seconds left on the play clock here. They're going to have to hurry up. Anderson in the shotgun, takes it, hands it off to Miller. Miller gets stuffed from behind, gets out of it, and tries to keep going forward, but he's going to lose a yard on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and goal for Collinsville from the 2. 1:04 left to go here in this first half. Clock continues to run, and Collinsville looking at another 4th and goal situation. Last time they had this, Jake Holton got hurt on the play. And a timeout taken by Collinsville. That'll be their 2nd timeout.
Yeah, smart timeout. I mean, you've got to put the ball in the end zone.
Well, they said Granite City took that timeout. They pointed to this side of the field, though. I think it's a timeout by Collinsville.
If I'm not mistaken, Collinsville will get the ball to start the second half. No?
Nope. We got the ball first, yeah. 46.9 seconds left to play here in this first half. And Collinsville knocking on the door, but it's 4th down and goal from the Granite City 2-yard line. Last time we were 4th and goal, Jake Holton got hurt. Let's just hope we can, number 1, get a touchdown, and number 2, everybody comes out okay.
Yeah, Jake's sitting on the trainer's table without his shoulder pads on. So
yeah, he already had his shoe off, so I kind of figured he wasn't coming back.
Well, maybe it's an ankle as opposed to a knee. Honestly, that would be ideal.
He is getting that right foot wrapped right now.
Ankle sprains we can deal with. Knee damage could be season ending.
All right, here we go. 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line for Collinsville. Looking to get that touchdown right back after that big kickoff return for a touchdown by Gardner.
Gabe Miller lined up at the tailback.
Anderson in shotgun, and he draws the snap, but you're only going to get to move to the 1.
They just try to bulldog his way in for a Collinsville score.
They start the play clock, and Colby Anderson over timeout in which to use. And they are going to go ahead and use it because the Collinsville thought for sure that the referee was pointing to this sideline. And now the Kahawks will try to punch it in here.
Great play. I think Granite City saw.
Drew Chai is going to try the extra point with Colby Anderson as his holder. And try to get, once again, back to within 2 touchdowns. We were just there a little while ago. Here's a snap. Ball is placed down. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Andrew Chai paying some dividends here on the extra points as Collinsville once again gets this thing to within 14. We will take a break. When we come back, Granite City will get the ball back once again on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Kahawks getting ready to kick this ball off to Granite City. 43.6 seconds left to play here in this first half. Collinsville has cut the lead in half. It's 28-14. Kickoff is a squib kick, and it gets touched right at the front of the line of scrimmage at midfield, and then it's knocked back just a little bit farther, and Granite City will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. They'll have 41.4 seconds in which to move the ball, and they have 1 timeout left.
I'll be interested to see if Granite City tries to take a shot or two, or if they just are content to go in halftime up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, look like we got some Granite City players trying to talk smack over here to the Collinsville line, trying to get the bench a little unnerved over here. Now Freddie Edwards is calling for, hey, we didn't have enough players out here. Come on, dude. Edwards.
Looks like Freddie's calling the play.
He is. And the sideline wants the crowd to get pumped up here. Make some noise. Crowd starting to oblige little by little. 3 wide receivers line up on the far side. 1 over here on this side. Freddie Edwards is the quarterback in the shotgun. Somebody might have left early as Edwards goes out to pass. Throws it down the middle deep. Collinsville's in good position. Oh, I thought we were going to maybe intercept that one. We had 2 guys right in front of the intended receiver, Gardner, and no one could bring the ball down.
That's pretty risky for Granite City, up 2 touchdowns, to throw a ball up for grabs like that, you know, with 45 seconds left in the first half. Man, I got to tell you, I don't think that's smart football.
Kyle Kershaw and Antoine Catchings were the 2 defenders that probably had a better chance than Gardner did to catch that ball.
I bet you by next paycheck they'll run the ball here.
2nd down and 10. I would take that bet, except I don't want to lose my paycheck. I'll take yours, though. All right, 2 wide receivers on this side, 3 on the other side, empty backfield. Edwards, he's going to take off running with it, and he's going to skirt the line of scrimmage, turn the corner, and here we go again. Catchings, as well as Kyle Kershaw, saw what was happening but could not get over there in time to do anything about it, and the Granite City Warriors score another touchdown.
That's why I was surprised they put the ball in the air on that first play, because,
man, oh man,
you know, Freddie's always a threat to break a play like that. You hate to see that out of Collinsville, but again, when you have a Division I athlete on the football field, I mean, you can't say enough about his ability and his speed, his quickness, his strength. You just have to tip your hat to Freddie.
Bouchard on to try the extra point. The only bad thing about it is every time Collinsville scores a touchdown, Granite City scores it right back. Last time, it was on a kickoff return. This time, it was 2 plays.
Well, that's where having the ball in the red zone and failing to score kills you.
Extra point is good.
Should really be 28-35 we scored 2 out of the 3 times we're in the red zone. But it is what it is. It's 35-14 Granite City with 22.2 left to play in the second quarter.
We'll keep it right here for this one. Coming up next is the Cafe Agape halftime show. We'll, again, try to get you as many football scores as we can from around the area. Can tell you that the Cardinals lost. Blues are in action again for game number 2 tomorrow. And both of our colleges who had a bye week last week, Mizzou and the Illini, are back in action this weekend as well.
I just had a visit from Shaman Cooper out of Trinity in St. Louis, who's one of the up-and-coming stars at University of Illinois.
Granite City fans brought some flashlights. Well, Collinsville will get the ball back, but they don't have a lot of time to do anything with it. 22.2 seconds left, each team with 1 timeout. And we'll see how Granite City wants to kick this one off, if they're going to squib it or if they will send it deep. Got some speed back there. Kyler Williams, Jaden Neighbors, and Travion Swaggart all back there ready to catch this. It's on the way, and it's low. It's going to take a bounce, and it is going to be picked up by Kyler Williams. He'll run it over to this side, cut it up the middle, and he'll have a little bit of room. Still on his feet, cuts it to the other side, and gets up to the 36-yard line before he is finally brought down. So Collinsville now with 12.6 seconds left. We'll see how the Kahawks want to play this. See if they want to just kneel on it, talk about it, or if they want to try a couple of throws downfield. Why not after that over-the-shoulder catch by Swagger just a little while ago? Got him inside the 10-yard line.
Well, you might as well take a shot or two here, right?
Might as well.
Run Travion up the sideline, see if he can beat his man. I can't believe Granite's going to put him in one-on-one coverage. Looks like the safety's going to cheat now.
Colby Anderson. Oh, there's more movement. Free 5 yards before we even take any time off the clock. Granite City jumps the gun, and Collinsville will get the ball on the 41-yard line instead of the 36. A free 5 yards, folks. Swaggart was coming out of that huddle, lining up on this side, while Jackson Lee lined up over onto the far side.
You got number 1, looks like a Marion Gooden. Free safeties coming over here to check on Travion.
They're going to hand the ball off. They're going to do so to Kyler Williams, and Williams drops around the right side.
Followed Gabe.
And he's going to get tackled inbounds, too, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, he had Gabe Miller lead blocking, and
that's
he
a first down.
Ran away from him.
They'll stop the clock by the chains move, and Collinsville has a timeout, so why not take that timeout? And they are. Collinsville will use their last one, and 1.7 seconds left. We'll try a Hail Mary down the field. So Collinsville out of timeouts. Granite City has 1 left.
Yeah, Gabe Miller came out of the backfield like a freight train, lead blocking, and Collinsville's running back just simply ran away from him.
Yeah,
and,
if you got a blocker, you got to follow him, right?
My goodness.
Isn't that what you're taught? Follow your blocker?
Especially if it's Gabe Miller, right?
Yeah, right. It's like having 2 blockers in front of you almost.
2 or 3.
35-14 in favor of Granite City. Kahawks are trying to pick up win number 1 on the year. Granite City, of course, their playoff hopes are faintly alive. They would have to win out after coming into tonight's contest with a record of 1-4. So Collinsville trying to make sure Granite City doesn't make the playoffs, while the Kahawks try to work on things and just get better as a unit for next year. At the same time, trying to get a couple of wins under their belt this year. All right, here we go. It is 1st and 10 for Collinsville at their own 48-yard line. 1.7 seconds left. And Colby Anderson goes back to pass. He'll throw out a little dump pass. Wide open is Jaden Neighbors. He comes up the near sideline, and that's as far as he's going to get.
It's a good open field tackle by number 20 for Granite City. Really was.
Sure was. Well, that'll bring us to halftime and our halftime show brought to you by my good friend Ron McGee at Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Nachos, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, way too many sides to talk about, and just fantastic homemade food by Ron McGee and his great crew. Give them a call today, 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Cafe Agape halftime show is next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hey, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Halftime here, 35-14 in favor of the Granite City Warriors over your Collinsville Kahawks. And a look around the area has right now O'Fallon leading Alton. That game's in the second quarter, and the Panthers lead by 2 points, 16-14 over the Redbirds. Big battle going on here between Edwardsville and East St. Louis. This game at East St. Louis, and right now the Flyers have a halftime lead over the Edwardsville Tigers at 27-14. Then we have this game, and then I have a 0-0 score for Belleville East and Belleville West in the first quarter. Not sure what's going on with that one, and that is all I have for you as far as scores from around this area are concerned. Of course, the Cardinals lost to the Atlanta Braves today, Game 2 of the National League Division Series. 3-0 was the score, and that series will now take a day off tomorrow before they come back to Busch Stadium for Games 3 and 4. Adam Wainwright will get the start Sunday for your St. Louis Cardinals. That is a look at your halftime show. We'll take a little break here. We'll come back and let you listen to the Collinsville Kahawk Marching Band and all of their accompaniments here on homecoming night here at Kahawk Stadium, and we'll do that next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Marching Kahok.
She has to pick him up. She rides the bus home. She has to pick him up
Not that I know of.
Oh, you guys just called President with the ball during.
Okay.
And him and Blake playing catch outside. And Blake threw it over Preston's head, hit a kid in the face, and the kid. Blake's got detention on it. So Blake told me you guys called.
That must be true.
My kid is the rebel.
Preston won some kind of rubber or foam ball during.
Well, he apparently won the throwback con
For the outfit. You're exactly
He doesn't
right.
have anything on Skyward for discipline. I'm sorry. Oh, it was probably, he told me he won candy and a ball.
Ball, right.
For his 90s outfit.
And they were playing with the ball.
Uh-huh.
Blake Wisdom pass Preston, hit a kid in the face. High school's not third grade. Anyway.
As long as he doesn't go on his
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
And once again, welcome back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network, as we are just about ready to get you set for third quarter action. We'll continue with the look at our first half stats. We'll begin with Granite City. Freddie Edwards has ran the ball 4 times for 126 yards. That includes 2 touchdown runs. Kayshawn White also has a touchdown run. The only carry that he had was a touchdown run of 55 yards. And McKaylen Gardner has carried the ball twice for 45 yards. The Warriors have only tried a couple of passes and were incomplete on everything except for one, a 22-yard pass to Sebastian Turner. That was good enough for a touchdown. So Granite City Warriors continue to roll on. For Collinsville, they are being led on the ground by Gabe Miller. He has 14 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Neighbors has 4 carries for 44 yards. Kyler Williams has 4 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown. And Tremaine Burns, has 3 carries for 6 yards. He also lost a fumble, and before Jake Holton got hurt, he carried the ball 7 times for 29 yards. After Holton got hurt, Colby Anderson came in, and he tried 3 passes. He connected on 2 of them, 1 for 64 and 1 for 20, so he's 2 of 3 for 84 yards. The 64-yard pass went to Trevion Swaggart, and the 20-yard pass went to Neighbors. Collinsville has been penalized 4 times for 30 yards, while Granite City has been penalized 4 times for 40 yards. And that is a look at your first half stats. A big thank you to Andy Sullins down there keeping our stats for us here during this game as we are just about ready for second half kickoff. Collinsville will have to kick the ball back to Granite City, and then their defense will have to step up and see if they can stop the Granite City offense to give Collinsville a chance to come back in this game. 35-14. Told you earlier, but in case you missed it, the boys Class 3A soccer playoff schedule came out today, and the first games will take place in the O'Fallon Regional on Tuesday, October the 22nd. First game will be the number 2 seed and the host O'Fallon Panthers taking on Belleville East, and then the nightcap in that one at 7 o'clock will be your number 3 seeded Collinsville Kahawks taking on the 6th seeded Belleville West Maroons. The winners will meet on Saturday at 6 o'clock on October the 26th. So for the second year in a row, we are going to do the final game here in football. Haven't been able to do that in recent years, with the boys being in the regional championship game in soccer on the same night as the season finale for football. So 2 years in a row, we're going to be able to bring you the final game. The Edwardsville Regional, first game is Granite City taking on Jabot, and that is match number 1, and the date is to be determined. The next actual date they have is Wednesday, October the 23rd, and that'll be Edwardsville taking on the winner of that Granite City Jabot game, and then Quincy will take on Alton at 6:30, and the winners will meet Friday, 2 weeks from tonight, in the Edwardsville Regional Championship game. Collinsville set to kick things off here as we are just about ready to get underway in quarter number 3. And we are with a little squib kick that goes up to the 50-yard line and covered up by one of the up men. And immediately the Kahawks touch up, and Granite City will start in midfield.
I'm not terribly against that call, a little onside kick. Gabe Miller had some hot pursuit there and knocked the Granite City kickoff return guy back about 5 yards. But if we can just give up, not give up the big play, keep the ball in the interior, we've got to seal the edge.
3 and out or a 4 and out would be nice.
Right. We got to control the possession game like we did in the first half.
And we are ready to go. And once again, it's going to be Gooden who will start off as quarterback. He bluffs the pitch, throws out to the far side on the sideline over there. And then the receiver has to come back this way, being chased down, but not very good there by the Kahok defense. And this is going to end up being another score by the Granite City Warriors. It is going to be a 52-yard touchdown reception to Freddie Edwards. So Freddie will find a way to kill you on this field, whether he's running, passing, or catching. Wow.
That is a man amongst boys, Todd. This gentleman just caught the ball on the far side of the field, reverse course, ran the length of the field horizontally, came up the field 20 yards, went back horizontal, and by the time he got to the end zone, everybody quit. He
Pretty
just walked
much.
into the end zone.
Pretty much.
Everybody was sitting with their jaws dropped in awe over Freddie Edwards.
Here's
what an
Bouchard
athlete.
and another extra point try, his
What
fifth of the
an
night. And this
athlete.
one misses. So the extra point no good this time by Bouchard. So Collinsville will have to lick their chops and come back and try to figure things out as right off the bat we have a touchdown scored, and we're back to tell you about the ensuing kickoff in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their third year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. Back here at Kahok Stadium, the score has been put up against a mirror. Granite City has 41. You look at it in the mirror, Collinsville has what's staring back at you. That would be 14. 41-14, and we are just 21 seconds into the start of the second half. Collinsville will get the ball back here and try to climb their way back into this one. Seems like every time they do, Granite City has an answer.
Well, their answer is Freddie Edwards.
Well, yeah.
That was one of the most amazing high school plays I've ever seen out of he was lined up at receiver. You want to call him a running back.
Yeah. There's a drop by Neighbors, and he fumbles it as he picks it up,
There
and
goes
now Neighbors is going to be gone. Neighbors,
off to the
he's got one guy to beat, and that's the
races!
kicker, and Neighbors
Hello!
picks the ball up with the 20 and goes 80 yards for a touchdown.
Hey, let me tell you what, that's a big-time play by the Collinsville kickoff return team. Freddie Edwards comes on. Let me tell you what, folks, Jaden Neighbors is no slouch of an athlete. You know, he can make some things happen, and golly, what a way to respond to a quick touchdown from Granite City. Collinsville comes right back. You're probably going to see Andrew Chai, the freshman kicker, out for another extra point try. And next thing you know, we're only 3 touchdowns down. I mean, 1 or 2 stops, and this could be a different ball game.
Yeah, we could have had a different ball game if we would have 1 or 2 stops in the first half.
Or
And maybe a couple of less fumbles.
Well, you punch the ball in the red zone when you're there.
Yeah, that too. Chai makes it count, and Collinsville gets that 7 points right back, 41-21 in favor of Granite City. And Mr. McCluskey, would you ever have thought in a million years that we would see 2 touchdowns in the first 35 seconds starting the second half?
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I like to see is senior quarterback Chris Chai is the first guy out onto the field congratulating his buddies for the touchdown, his little brother with the extra point try. And there's no shortage of excitement and positive energy on this Kahok sideline. So, who knows? Maybe we can get another turnover, a couple stops, and maybe make this a ball game.
By the way, in case you Granite City folks are wondering, I don't know why the only 2 timeouts show up on the scoreboard. But that's why there's 2 little yellow things on Granite City side and 3 on Collinsville side. It was all 3 were working last week in Lincoln, but for some reason we come back home and I don't know what's going on with that. That's a scoreboard that's overlaid on top of the broadcast. So not a clue, really, to tell you the truth. Here is Devin DeGens, who is going to kick the ball for Collinsville. He's a 155-pound, 5'10" junior who has been pressed into kicking duty here. And he squibs another one across the middle of the field, and at the 30-yard line it is picked up. And this time the return man will get about 5 yards on the play before he's finally brought down. And, boy, it took the referees a long time to blow the whistle. That's how people get hurt.
Yeah, you say Devin Detchins. So, actually, his parents are well known in the Collinsville Area Soccer Association. Believe it or not, he's largely a soccer guy and comes out to play football, and you got to like that. coaches are talking to the back judge about something.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they want the kicking tee.
Oh, the kicking tee is still out there.
They were awfully serious about yelling at this guy. I wonder what they were up to, and they just wanted their tee back.
All right, here's Gooden in shotgun once again. Freddie Edwards is bunched over in that swath of wide receivers, but the pitch is going to go immediately to Gary Webster, and Webster takes it ahead for a gain of about 4 on the play.
Nice defensive play by Collinsville. Look for big number 8, Dante Williams, to be trying to seal the edge this half. He actually came from the opposite side of the line to make that tackle.
Going to give him 5 on the play, so it'll cut what they need in half. 2nd down and 10. Freddie Edwards lines up as a wide receiver over on the far side. And who's out there taking the snap this time? It's a different guy almost every time, man. Edwards comes into motion, and he'll take the handoff immediately as he comes across, and then he'll turn the corner on the right-hand side, and he'll run right into the Kahok bench, and this time he could not bust one wide open for a touchdown, but he does pick up enough for the 1st down, and that'll move the chains for the Warriors.
Number 19, Nick Becker's been so effective this year, but he's learning quickly that an arm tackle is not going to cut it against Division I caliber athlete Freddie Edwards.
Last 20 years, these two teams have played each other close to the vests along the way. Granite City barely holds the edge, 9 wins to Collinsville's 11 losses. Here is a fake handoff to Edwards, and
there's a
this
hold.
time there's a fumble,
Gotta be a hold.
and it bounces right into the hands of Jonathan Stevenson, and Collinsville gets a big turnover.
That's a huge turnover. I got to tell you what, Granite City's lineman just grabbed our defensive back and threw him to the ground. I cannot believe there wasn't a hold flag on the play. However, the result is a turnover. Collinsville takes over possession, and what'd I say? We get a turnover, we get a score, all of a sudden we got a ball game.
Jonathan Stevens, a 5'9", 187-pound junior defensive back, had that ball bounce right to him. Look what I have, he says. Here's a handoff to Gabe Miller. He tries the right side, turns the corner, and gets taken down at about the 46-yard line. And that's a gain of about 6 on the play. They're going to actually mark it down at the 45, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
Right, you just got to punch your ticket for the Gabe Miller train tonight and the Jaden Neighbors train. Keep the ball on the ground, mount a sustained attack, punch the ball in the end zone, and like I said, 1 or 2 defensive stops. This is a new ball game.
Colby Anderson, the freshman quarterback, comes from the sideline with his play. Gives it to the fellas, and they break huddle. Jackson Lee lines up as a wide receiver on the far side. Travion Swaggart on this side. Same 3 running backs, Neighbors, Miller, Anderson takes a low snap, keeps it himself, tries the left side, has room, has the 1st down, and the freshman gets into Granite City territory for a 1st down.
He was down. He let go of the ball, but they're ruling him down on the Collinsville 30 or the Granite City 36-yard line. And that was a busted play, and Colby Anderson just took off and took control of the situation.
Once again, Chris Chai's the first one to greet him when he comes to the sideline, and Chai leans in there and listens to the play being called by Coach Popovich to his freshman quarterback, as the senior quarterback who is hurt and out for the rest of the year listens in.
Well, and he's doing a great job of actually consulting and recommending play calling here, which makes sense because he's been a varsity starter since he's been a sophomore. You know, number 7, Chris Chai, knows the game. He gives Colby Anderson a pat on the rear as he goes in the game here.
And into the huddle they go, and out of the huddle. Same setup. Neighbors, Williams, Miller, the running backs. And Miller gets the ball taken right out of his hands by the freshman quarterback, and then the freshman quarterback gets thrown down onto the ground, WWE style.
I'll tell you what, Colby Anderson just ran right over the Granite City cornerback. That was a gutsy run by the freshman, Colby Anderson.
Gain of about 7 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 here for Collinsville, and they place the ball down at the Granite City 32-yard line. 8.5 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter, and Collinsville on the move once again. Anderson brings the play from the sideline. They break huddle again, and it's the same formation, except for instead of Swaggart over here on the near side, it is Kyle Schweinwind, and There's the handoff to Miller, and Miller gets met immediately but falls forward to the 30. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
You're definitely in 4-down territory here for Collinsville. Down by 20 points with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We've got 2 downs to get a yard and a half. I feel pretty good about Collinsville's chances of extending this drive.
And coming in from the sidelines late is Tremaine Burns. Burns had a carry earlier and fumbled the ball. And now Gabe Miller comes off. And Burns will take his place as the running back right behind Colby Anderson. And a man comes into motion. That man is Kyler Williams. He gets the handoff. He has the 1st down, and he gets a little bit farther, and then we have a flag at the end of that play thrown by the side judge.
Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure what he saw there. Oh, it says he sees
Going to be a holding call. And it's going to be against Collinsville.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's been a pretty clean game so far, honestly.
Took away a 1st down on that one, though. That hurts.
Pretty surprised that it does hurt. However, it's a 5-yard penalty, so we still have 2 downs, to get 6 yards. I still like Collinsville's chances here. I'm sure you're going to see. Looks like Gabe Miller's still on the sidelines.
Yeah, Burns will stay in.
You got Burns as tailback.
And then you got Williams and Neighbors on the wings, and the handoff is going to go to Neighbors once again, Williams, and it looks like he has a 1st down this time as well.
Yeah, same play. We'll take it, right?
Yeah.
Coach says same play. Don't hold this time, boys.
And I'm sure they said, I didn't hold last time, Coach. They just said I did. All right, that moves the chains. Collinsville moving the ball quite well. 7:06 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Collinsville trails by 20.
Colby Anderson, the freshman quarterback, showing composure tonight here in Collinsville at Kahok Stadium. Lee and Swigert at wideouts.
And Miller back in the game as the tailback, and in motion. It is Neighbors. He'll take the pass behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll try the right side. He hurdles one defender, and then gets taken down by the outside guy over there on the corner and thrown down at the 20.
There's an early whistle on the play.
Well, there's no flags.
The back out of the backfield had the ball. He's running, and there's a whistle on by the side judge.
Well, they are meeting with the referee to talk about things, but I'm not sure what it is they're talking about. And now one of the Granite City players has a seat right next to the ball. Have to wonder if he's hurt.
Collinsville's huddling. Referees look like they're going to go talk to Granite City's coach.
I don't know what's going on. I don't see a flag unless we can't see it because it's on the sideline.
One of the announcers says there were extracurriculars on this side of the field. Referee starts blowing his whistle before the play was down.
And
I don't think they know what's going on. Now he comes to talk to Coach Popovich. What's going on? As of now, we're marked at a 2nd and a long 3 from the Granite City 21. Referee's still talking to Coach Popovich to explain. Looks like he's asking questions, so, boy, I don't know what's going on.
Normally when a referee talks to a coach, it's to see if they want to take the penalty or decline the penalty.
Typically.
But so far there has been no call, and I don't see a flag. And I still don't see a flag, and there has been no call. So now we're going to go over and talk to Coach Gooden. Collinsville breaks huddle, and
they're ready to go.
They'll head up to the line of scrimmage and get ready for this play.
You got to have officials to run a play, boys.
Looks like it is a no call, whatever the case may be. Now we're ready to go. Same cast of characters here on this play. Anderson in shotgun. He's going to throw it. He tries the corner of the end. Swagger
pass interference.
gets taken down.
There it is.
And there's the late flag.
You better believe it.
The back judge didn't want to take that flag out, so the side judge did.
The ball was a little bit underthrown. Now, credit Travion Swaggart for coming back into the defender on a ball that may or may not have been catchable, but that was a heads-up play by the Collinsville wideout.
Sure was. And Collinsville will benefit from it as that ball will be moved inside of the red zone, and it'll be marked down at the 10, and that'll bring up a 1st and goal.
Well, look to number 5, Jaden Neighbors, number 99, Gabe Miller, to gain 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 yards of play. And
Schneidwind is back out there as a wide receiver on the near side. Anderson in shotgun, hands the ball off to Miller, trussed off
There he
left
is.
tackle.
There he is.
Rumbles and bubbles down to the 2-yard line.
Sure did. You know, he got hit a yard past the line of scrimmage, and Gabe Miller just continues to fight and fight and fight. And he carried his team all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Hurry up offense for Collinsville on 2nd and goal. Here's another handoff to Miller, and he busts in, and he's in for a touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run by Miller. And Collinsville's climbing back into this thing.
Telling you what, Todd, I'm telling you what, we've controlled the ground game all night long. And all it takes is a turnover or two or a stop or two. And Granite City might be a little surprised by what the Kahawks have to offer.
Andrew Chai out to try the extra point. He has not missed one of those tonight. Here's a snap. Anderson puts the ball down, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. The youngest Chai stays perfect on the old extra point tries, and we will take a break with Collinsville climbing back into this one. It's 41-28.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Peyton Blaylock back with you from Kahok Stadium. Homecoming night. We got a good one here, 41-28. Lots of points being scored, just like last year's game when they scored almost 90. Here's another low kickoff that bounces all the way down to the 25-yard line, and it's picked up there, and slipping down on the ground was Kayshawn White, and that's where Granite City will start this possession.
Collinsville's definitely showing heart. The boys are excited on the sidelines. You know, they gave up a couple big plays. They got down big, but they're showing never say die mentality tonight, and we have an exciting football game in front of us here.
Sure do. We just need a little bit of a defensive stop here and try to keep Freddie Edwards out of the end zone.
Well, if I'm Granite City's coach, the ball is going to go right to Freddie Edwards.
Well, Edwards lines up as a wide receiver on this 1st down and 10 for Granite City from the Collinsville 33-yard line, from the Warrior 33-yard line. As Edwards lines up as a wide out all the way over on the far side. They have 3 wide receivers lined up over here on this side with 1 lone tailback. Gooden, he's in shotgun for the Warriors. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes right up the middle. Oh, boy, met behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know, one of the Kahawks, I think Dante Williams slowed the runner up, and then somebody over there put on a lick. And that guy is still down.
Guess who?
Gabe Miller.
99,
and
Gabe Miller.
Well, Collinsville has a player down over there on the far side as well. That was right where the tackle was made. So
it's not Gabe Miller.
It's not Gabe Miller. Miller comes out of that one.
Anybody, but you certainly don't want it to be Gabe Miller.
No, we've seen enough of our star players, if you will, get hurt for this year. Chai, Holton, Moulton. The list goes on and on.
Stephen Green's out this week.
And we're really not sure who it is. And we will step aside, take another break here on the Kahawk Sports Network. We are back in just a moment.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, Quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Aaron Rodriguez was the hurt Kahok. He walks off underneath his own power. The fans applaud that, and then as Coach Popovich came from where the injured player was, he tried to get the fans into it a little bit more. 2nd down and 10 for Granite City after no gain on the play. Freddie
Wideouts are talking.
Freddie Edwards lines up as the quarterback this time. And now Collinsville jumps. That's the first time they've done that all night.
Yeah, it was big number 44, Cameron Johnson, a 6', 235 junior defensive lineman.
So instead of 2nd and 10, it'll be 2nd and 5.
Smart by Granite City. It's unexpected time to do that, but 2nd and 10 and 2nd and 5 are two different things.
Sure is. Freddie Edwards back at quarterback, and he's underneath center. Puts a man into motion, and the snap will be kept by Edwards for just a moment.
Man.
And then he pitches it back, and it's going to be a turning the corner, run out of bounds for Kayshawn White right to midfield.
Yeah, number 11, Chris Jones for Collinsville, had that play broken up in the backfield, and instead of continuing his forward motion, he stopped and hesitated and took the juke, and that gave up a first down for Granite City.
5:18 left to play here in this third quarter. Edwards is under center once again. Wide receivers on each side. White goes into motion, and Edwards is going to keep the ball again, and he's going to pitch it out to White at the last second, and White is going to turn the corner over on the left side, and he'll run out of bounds right near the first down marker.
Boy, number 50, Aaron Rodriguez, was right on Freddie Edwards' tail. He actually tackled him as he was making the pitch. Just a tad short or making a play in the backfield there.
Those little hesitation shovel passes, man, they're killer when you get that guy wide open there on that outside edge.
I'll see Chase counting down on the sideline, cheering his buddies on. He's another injured Kahok. It's just, you wonder what could be if we had a healthy squad.
Now Freddie Edwards is in shotgun, and he'll keep the ball himself, and he'll
there he
try to
goes.
swing it around the right
the
side,
edge.
but he gets out of trouble.
He runs backwards,
goes
10
backwards,
yards.
and he's a quarterback. He could still throw the ball, and now he gets out of a tackle, gets up
That's
to
a block in the back.
midfield, and that is an
There it
illegal
is.
block
There's
in the
a flag.
back. And then Edwards runs out of bounds after picking up about 5 yards after he ran about 95 yards.
Freddie Edwards ran 15 yards in the backfield. I mean, I know he's confident, but geez,
and they're going to tack that penalty on from where the penalty happened, which was right at midfield, so it's going to be back into Granite City territory
listen,
now.
Here's our chance for another stop, right? Here's our chance for another stop. Plenty of time left, third quarter, 4:52 left to play. Granite City's starting to lose a little bit of discipline. Collinsville sealing the edge. I can feel a momentum shift in Collinsville's favor.
Now we're going to mark off the yardage, and instead of 2nd down and 1, it's going to be 2nd down and about 30. They're going to take it all the way back to the 30-yard line.
Now you absolutely have to seal the edge.
2nd down and 31 is what it is.
Force the backs into the middle. Let your linebackers clean up the trash and get the ball back.
All the way back from the 30 from Kahok territory, way back into Granite City territory. Big time chance for Collinsville here.
Yeah, free safeties are still only playing 10 yards deep. Kind of interesting look out of the Collinsville defense.
Now Gooden is back in quarterback for the Warriors. Edwards lines up as a wide receiver. Back to pass is Gooden. He's pressured. Ball up in the air, and it's intercepted.
We got it!
Collinsville got it! Oh, boy, what a big interception by Chris Garcia Cloud.
Oh, my, there's pressure in the backfield. The Granite City quarterback throws the ball up for grabs inadvertently. Garcia comes down with the football, and here's, again, just what the doctor ordered.
That pumps up the sideline and the stands. at least on this side of the field. And now Granite City's going to take a timeout. And Collinsville is feeling that momentum shift coming in their direction. And we'll take a break and be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean cut, drug free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Peyton Blaylock, all back with you here from Kahok Stadium here on a homecoming night. 4.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Collinsville and Chris Garcia Cloud comes up with a huge interception. Collinsville gets the ball back. They have it 1st and 10 at the Granite City 34-yard line, trying to get a little closer.
Yeah, just really undisciplined football out of Granite City.
Here's Colby Anderson in shotgun. Gabe Miller is his lone setback, and the handoff goes to one of the tailbacks, or excuse me, one of the wingbacks, and that is Jaden Neighbors. And Neighbors picks up about 7 on the play.
Give credit to Collinsville's offensive line. When we need 3 to 5 or 6 yards, they are manning, manning the ship. The big 57, Javier Azagara down there. Eli Norton holding his own. Cole Hellman. We call them the Forgotten Five, and we should probably say their names more often on air because they are really stepping up.
Anderson in shotgun, hands the ball off to Miller. Up the middle he goes. He's got the first down and a little bit more as the pile pushes all the way out to the 21-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Another offensive lineman, number 66, Cody Smith, should be commended. These guys are doing a tremendous job up front, Todd.
3:40 left to play here in quarter number 3. Clock continues to run. Warriors lead 41-28. Collinsville trails by 13. 2 touchdowns will do it. Swaggart and Lee line up as your wide receivers on either side of the formation. Anderson in shotgun, back to pass, looking for Swaggart, and Swaggart gets tripped up again. Now the referees throw the flags.
I can tell you what, number 1, Omarion Gooden cannot hold Travion Swaggart on the outside.
He was the one who just threw the interception too, so he's having a bad couple of plays.
He had no choice but to grab a hold of Travion and throw him down. Great play call by Collinsville's offensive coordinator. With the arm that Colby Anderson has and the speed that Travion Swaggart has, that's beautiful.
That it is. Both of them trot off the line together with the new play as Collinsville will have the ball.
Now we go right back to the running game.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. They can get a first down at the 1.
The key here is protect the football. Right?
Now both wide receivers line up on the far side. Anderson takes the snap, hands it off to Miller. Miller tries the right side. Has room.
There he
goes.
He's
in. Touchdown.
Gabe Miller.
Gabe Miller back-to-back touchdown runs. The first one from 2 yards, this one from 11. And Collinsville is back into this.
Granite City's crowd has their flashlights in their pocket at this point. All of the energy at Kahok Stadium is centered around the Kahok football team. We've got an injured player on the field.
We sure do. This one's going to belong to Granite City, I believe. As Collinsville comes away from the line of scrimmage, and all the Warriors are still out there, so it must be one of the Warriors that is down. As we await the extra point try, 41-34 is our score.
Give credit to the Collinsville players. Some of them were coming off the field. They all elected to go back on the field, take a knee, and face the injured Granite City Warrior player, giving him well wishes. That's great sportsmanship out of the Collinsville Kahok football team.
And it looks like the injured Warrior is up on his feet and walking off under his own power, so that's nice to see. Not sure who it is, as the coach has the hand over the back number. Cannot tell which player it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Looks like a...
At any rate, Andrew Chai on the field trying to find the extra point. He's been perfect on the PATs all night long and looks to continue that trend here and get your Kahawks to within 6. He's ready. So is Anderson. There's a snap. Anderson puts the ball down. Oh, that was blocked. You can't run back a block, kid. So, well, I tell you what, man. Aaron Barnett came flying off of that left side of that formation and dove right across in front of Anderson and blocked that kick.
Sure did.
It remains a 7-point game.
We had no chance to get that kickoff. But for a high school football team, the success we're having on the PATs has got to be exciting and promising. But here we are. We've got a new ball game.
One touchdown separates Collinsville from the Granite City Warriors. 41-34. Plenty of time left. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. And once again, it'll be Devin Detjens who will come on to kick this ball away for Collinsville. He's been squibbing a lot of them through the front line and into the back. And everybody moves up because of that. This would be a time to let it go and boot it over everyone's head. Now they back up just a little bit. I believe that is Kayshawn White, who is the deep man, standing at his own 20. Detjens ready to go. He squibs another one through the line, and it is picked up immediately by the man who just blocked the field goal, Aaron Barnett. And the Granite City Warriors will start off in pretty decent field position at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, good squib kick by Detjens. You know, the last thing you want to do is give these guys a chance to run a ball back. Now, again, look for Collinsville to try to spread out, seal the edge, make Granite City run the ball up the middle. If you let them get to the edge, they are dangerous.
We've already seen that on a number of occasions. No matter if it's White or Freddie Edwards running that ball. Both have done an
Cornerback,
excellent job
safety's
tonight.
huge. You know, this is really where it hurts to have Jake Holton out. He's such a talented free safety.
Freddie Edwards is in there as the tailback. Gooden under center. After throwing that interception, they don't want to take any chances. And this time, Freddie Edwards gets wrapped up as soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage on a fantastic play right off of the bat by Trey Anderson.
Well, there we go. You know, you make Freddie run off tackle. You let the linebackers do their job. And I got to tell you that these cornerbacks and these safeties for Collinsville hold the key to this game in their hands. They really do.
It'll be 2nd down and 8 to go here for the Granite City Warriors from their own 43-yard line as Gooden brings the play in from the sideline. White follows right behind him. And Freddie Edwards is going to line up as a wide receiver on the far side this time.
Giving a lot of cushion.
Here is Gooden back
They're
to
going to
pass.
put the ball in the air.
He throws it
wide open down the middle.
Wide open is White. Wide open was White. And then White uses the referee as a blocker. And at the last moment, that allowed DJ Poe to come in and make the tackle, but not after a big gain.
Yeah.
I think they were focusing so much on Edwards, they left White wide open.
Sure did, and the Granite City's offensive line did a good job of pass blocking. Quarterback had all day to throw, and you know, when you have those safeties spread out, you can run a seam pattern right down the middle of the field, and there was nobody around that gentleman.
This time, Freddie Edwards lines up as a tight end on the left side. He'll hand the ball off.
That'll be a touchdown.
Gooden, and in for a touchdown is Gardner. Gardner's 2nd touchdown of this game.
Well, the only good news is there's still 1:45 left in the third period, so we do have time to score and get another stop.
Touchdowns all over the place in this game.
Honestly, the drive was so quick that it didn't take a lot of energy out of our defense, so they're going to be fresh whenever Granite gets the ball back.
Bouchard comes on for the extra point try. He's missed one of those. Gooden, the holder. Here's the snap. Ball is down, kick is on the way, and this one is through the uprights. So the extra point good, makes it 48-34. Collinsville once again trailing by 2 touchdowns. We'll take a break, come back. Collinsville will get the ball back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. And back here at Kahawk Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Peyton Blaylock with you. 1:45 left to play here in this third quarter as Granite City answered the touchdown put up by Collinsville to get the Kahawks back to within 7. But again, it's a 2-touchdown game as the Warriors get set to kick it off. It is Swaggart, Williams, and Neighbors all back deep for Collinsville.
We do have 3 threats deep. If I'm Granite City, I might consider a squib kick like Collinsville's been doing at this point.
Knust is ready to go, and it's on the way. And it's a high kick. Comes right down into the hands of Kyler Williams. Williams has the seam on the near sideline. Has to get past the kicker, and he couldn't. Actually, that was White, who almost scored a touchdown on the pass in that last series, making that stop. But Collinsville gets the ball into Granite City territory with 1:36 left to play here in this third quarter.
That's exactly what I was talking about. I mean, with 3 threats deep for Collinsville, you know, you're up 48-34. Why in the world would you put the ball in the air, give these guys a chance to return it like that?
Yeah, there was nothing on the near sideline here to stop Williams for a good 20-25 yards either. All right, Colby Anderson back in shotgun. He has Miller right behind him. Swaggart and Lee line up as wide receivers.
Oh, that's going to be an offside.
That's going to be an offside. They didn't have enough guys out there, and Granite City's guy was still on our side of the field when Collinsville snapped the ball. How is that not a flag?
Now, they wound the clock.
How is that not a flag?
They had the ball ready to go. Coach is going to talk to the referee.
Yeah, how is that not a flag?
Appropriate.
We were ready to go. You guys blew the whistle and started the play clock, so we were in our right to snap that ball. Well, one of their guys was lumbering onto the field at the last second.
Well, Coach Popovich is satisfied with the explanation he got from the referee. I guess you have to be at that point, right? What else are you going to do?
I wish the referee would
what it is.
Call me and explain it to me. Now they're going to the Warriors they're going to give the Warriors a timeout, aren't they?
Council's breaking huddle immediately.
I guess Granite City called a timeout as that guy was running onto the field.
We're going to force the issue. Granite City's still in their huddle. Collinsville's on the line of scrimmage. You don't see this very often. So the referees are forced to blow the whistle and break up Granite City's huddle. Collinsville's ready to go. Look for them to run a quick snap here, but the referee's not going to wind it until they're ready to go.
Warriors are down to 1 timeout. Collinsville has all 3 of theirs. Anderson ready to go. First and goal from the Warriors' 37-yard line. Snap. Handoff goes to Miller. He runs into his own guy and then slips. Ran right into the back of one of the linemen there. I believe that was Cody Smith.
Yeah, you don't see Gabe Miller trying to bounce it outside too often. He's usually a north and south guy. Tried to go a little horizontal, and he just slipped. And
ran into Cody Smith and then tried to cut it to the right and slipped and fell on what was probably a little bit of wet turf right now with the temperature right around 61.
That dew's falling.
Yeah.
At any rate, Collinsville's got the ball on the 39-yard line. 2nd and 12. Here we go.
Lost of 2. Final minute to go here in this third quarter. Anderson takes the snap, hands the ball off to Jaden Neighbors. Neighbors zigzags. He's up the middle. He puts on a nice little move. He's gone. End zone. No, he didn't quite make it. Down to the 1 yard line.
Baby. Jaden Neighbors puts a juke on Granite City's free safety, broke his ankles, went to the outside, and he stopped at the 1.5 yard line. What a run by Jaden Neighbors.
38-yard run on that one by Jaden Neighbors. Gets his team a 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff goes to Miller, and is Miller in? He is. Touchdown, Collinsville. Miller picks up his 3rd touchdown of this game.
Collinsville has certainly shown an ability to run the football here tonight. It's going to come down to their defense. I got to tell you, I think if they can get one more defensive stop, we have a chance.
4th touchdown for Miller, I've been told. I forgot to write things down. I got a stat guy over there doing that. I don't even know why I'm bothering. Here's Andrew Chai. He was perfect on PATs until the last one was blocked. Watch number 20 coming around that left side, guys, okay? Here's a snap. There he is again. Yeah, he was offside that time. He was offside that time.
Let's decline that and take the extra point.
Yeah.
Decline that.
And the kick was good, right?
Well, they have a chance to accept it and maybe go for 2.
You're down by 7.
why
Let's not
would
go
you?
down by 8. Then you have to force yourself to get an extra.
The referee has to ask.
Yeah. So we're going to do it again?
Maybe they blew it dead.
All right.
Yeah, they blew it dead.
Dead ball foul. We'll try it again. Snap. Ball down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. No.
Another flag.
Another flag on the play. Well, the kick was good.
Well, heck, now maybe you think about giving it to Miller right up the gut. If you're on the 6-inch yard line.
Yeah, Miller's coming in.
Right, here we go, right? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Right?
Well,
when you get 2 penalties, your offensive line's manning the show. All you got to do is
ball is
seal
going to
the
be
linebackers that are obviously going to be blitzing.
Ball is going to be placed on the half-yard line. So not a lot of distance to get there.
No, I like this call. I mean, like I said, when I saw that second penalty, I thought, why wouldn't you? Put the big boy in and let him go to work.
Granite City's got a late guy coming out again. Man, oh, man. All right, Anderson's in shotgun. You know he's going to hand it to. He's going to hand it to Miller. Miller is in. 2-point conversion
Brilliant.
is good.
Very nice.
Collinsville down by 6, 48-42, 39.4 seconds left to play here in this 3rd quarter, so we have a whole quarter left to go, folks.
Well, I got to tell you, that was very undisciplined football by Granite City. You should be happy to give up an extra point. You have 2 penalties. Now
it's the same guy, Aaron Barnett, trying to come in on that left-hand side.
That we're going to give it to Gabe Miller, and now we're only down 6. A touchdown and an extra point wins the ball game.
We've been squibbing a kick all night. How about one of those squib kicks bounce off a body and we recover it?
This might be the longest 3rd quarter of football I've ever watched.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. 9:22.
Still
on a Friday night. I think this 3rd quarter got underway at 8:50.
Wow. Well, look for Devin Detchins to come out with a soccer-style squib kick and let Collinsville's defense go to work.
One of these days, all these guys are going to move up because they're so used to these squib kicks. Can kick it over everybody's head. Down that thing at the 1. Here is Detchins. And he puts a little bit of air underneath this one, but this one's going to go out of bounds. That's a flag.
Yeah. Will probably make us re-kick.
That's the problem with the squid kicks sometimes is the way those footballs are shaped.
I saw what
they
he was
don't
doing.
bounce.
You were right. Granite City's kick return team was crowding the middle of the field, and he soccer-styled it over their head. Problem was he gave it too much angle, and that's a penalty.
That it is, and the ball will be.
Well, it looks like they're placing the ball, but you would think Granite would make us re-kick.
You would, but they're not. It'll be placed at the
Nah,
40-yard line?
I think they are.
Are they?
I think they are.
All right, they
I
are.
mean, they'd be silly not to at this point.
See, now I would boot it. I would boot it. Well, Freddie Edwards is standing back at the 25-yard line. Whatever you do, don't kick it to him.
I'd kick it right at the referee. He's standing on the 18 on the other side of the field. All right, there's nobody back there. Boy, look how shallow.
That's because they're all expecting
look
a squib
how
kick.
Shallow these guys are. Now number 9.
That's White.
White is going to back up. Well, you know, this Detchens young man has a leg on him. Golly, I don't know what to do here. This is interesting. Granite City's definitely playing chess right now.
Now White's backing up to the 20. And this is a squib kick that's going to run through, and it's going to be picked up at the 40-yard line. And I don't know what White's thinking over there, or whoever that was. He just kind of zigzagged his way back and forth. Looked like something from a Benny Hill show.
Who was that? Number 23.
That was 3, I think. Jalen Burris. Oh, 23 on the tackle.
Tremaine Burns. That was number 23. Tremaine Burns. Big hit.
Burris was the ball carrier, and he didn't know where to go. But the Warriors have the ball at their own 46-yard line, so they only have to go half the distance of the field to put up another score. This is where we need a big stop by the Kahok defense. 33.3 seconds left to play here in this third quarter.
Well, and again, if I'm Granite City, I'm going to go to the edge.
Freddie Edwards.
A lot of cushion by Collinsville's cornerbacks.
Freddie Edwards is the quarterback under center. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to
blitz.
keep the ball, and he's going to try the left-hand side, and he's going to have enough for a first down.
And we blitzed on the left side, or on their right side. Freddie runs left. So we gambled a little bit there, which I don't mind.
First down means the clock stops with 19 seconds left. I thought he ran out of bounds, so the clock stopped anyway. And Freddie Edwards will remain the quarterback. He's got the big number 8 guy behind him, Markalen Gardner. And the snap handoff is going to go to Gardner, and he's going to throw the ball away. He throws it away. Oh, boy, I think Granite City might have jumped on it.
Oh, baby.
Man, oh, man. I cannot believe that Gardner did that. He was trying to flip the ball back to White, and that is a disaster. They'll go back to where this drive started at the 46.
Granite City seems like they're trying to give this game away to the Collinsville Kahawks. This is unbelievable.
That's the end of the third quarter, so we'll head to the fourth quarter with Collinsville trailing by 6, 48-42. We are back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Back here at Kahok Stadium, this is a wild, weird, and wacky game. We have arrived to the fourth quarter. It took us a long time to get here. Normally, this is about when a game ends. We've got a whole quarter to go. 48-42, Warriors with the lead, but it seems like the Warriors don't want to win this game. Strange game.
It's one of the strangest high school football games I've ever seen, Todd, but I'll tell you what, for these boys here in Collinsville, I'll take it. They've got some hope. They've got energy. And I'm telling you, one stop is all it's going to take between now and the end of the game for us to win this game.
So it is 2nd down and 42 for the Warriors from their own 42, or excuse me, 2nd and 24 from their own 42.
24, right.
I'm dyslexic for a minute. I got it backwards.
Ball's going in the air.
Here is Freddie Edwards back to pass. Down the middle it goes. And 2 of his own receivers fight over it. And then number 20, who caught the ball, Aaron Barnett, got his feet tangled up with Kayshawn White, or that would have been a touchdown.
More strange action here at Kahok Stadium. You've got 2 Granite City Warriors fighting over a football when they have an obvious first down. Unbelievable.
Obvious touchdown, too, until their feet got tangled up with each other.
Right. I mean, they literally were fighting over that football.
It's 1st and goal as the ball is on the 10-yard line for the Warriors. Freddie Edwards is in shotgun now. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Here's the snap. And the handoff is going to go to Gardner, and Gardner gets it up to about the 5-yard line before he is brought down. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line for the Warriors. Got to try to find a way to stiffen up this defense and hold them. Collinsville only down by 6.
You know you're not going to stop these guys every series, but I'm telling you, one stop, because I think we can score. If we have the right play calling, we can score on every possession we have. So we need to stop them one time.
So now Gardner comes out as a wide out on this side. On the far side, it is Barnett. And still in shotgun is Freddie Edwards. Edwards. Movement up front by Collinsville, and they're going to get half the distance to the goal line there. And, they're going to call it a false start. Nice. Well, we're going to go back to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 10-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from there instead of from the 5. $10:38 left to play here in this 4th quarter. We're just underway in quarter number 4. 48-42, 6-point lead by the Granite City Warriors. Collinsville with 42 points tonight, 28 points last week, after only scoring 13 in the first 4 games. And the Warriors, I believe, just used their final timeout. They didn't even really know what they wanted to do there on offense. Whoop, wrong one. And with 10:19 left to play here in this 4th quarter, we'll just keep it right here. As the Warriors have the ball, 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. In one of the strangest games you will ever see. Jared Blaylock watching Texan Peyton over here. Having fun watching this high school football game from South Carolina. South Carolina. Told him to stop text cussing your brother. Well, we're having fun anyway, folks. 2nd down and goal for the Warriors from the 10-yard line. And now we have whistles, not sure why. Freddie Edwards is going to stay in at quarterback. And acting like they want to throw. They got 2 wide receivers lining up on both sides of the formation here. They have Webster and White over here on this near side. Edwards is in shotgun. He has one lone setback, and that is Gardner to his right. White goes into motion. Here's a snap. Edwards back to pass. Down the middle it goes, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, slant across the middle. Great play call by Granite City. They spread the field out. They run the slot receiver across the middle. Edwards throws a bullet. Touchdown, Granite City.
Sebastian Turner was the one who caught that ball for Granite City. All kinds of different names on the scorecard tonight. 54-42. Granite City with the lead. Collinsville will get the ball back here in just a moment. There's still Over 10 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter.
I wonder what the record for most points scored in a Kahok game combined would be.
Extra point try. On the way. Nope. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was, man.
That was another circus act, Todd.
Man,
this is
Amarian Gooden is the holder. He got the snap and threw the ball right back to the center. It's like, you want it? No, I don't want it. You take it. It's the Benny Hill show, man.
This is unbelievable.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. So it's a 12-point lead for Granite City. So all Collinsville needs to do is score 2 touchdowns with 2 regular point after attempts, and we can win this game by 2. 54-42, 10:15 left. Williams, Neighbors, and Swaggart will all go back deep for Collinsville.
So here we go. Do you think Granite City's going to kick it deep again and let us run it back?
We'll see.
Or do you think they're going to wise up and squib it?
Well, they could squib it, and then one of the up guys can run it all the way back for a touchdown.
You would think they would squib it at this point. This is unbelievable.
We'll see.
Collinsville's set up for a deep kick.
Alex Knutz is ready to go with another kickoff. Boy, the kickers have got to be tired. They've been
all right.
booting
Kicker
these balls
sets
all
the
way.
ball completely vertical now. So you're thinking he's not going to try to kick it deep, but he's lined up deep.
He pops one short.
There
Swaggart's
goes
going to catch it at the
Travion
20.
Swaggart.
At the 30. At the 35, he gets stood up, and he tries to fight his way out of it, but that's going to be it. They need to blow these whistles a little bit earlier, and Swaggart needs to not get up, flailing his arms.
Yeah. Yeah, he was excited, and he thought he had some momentum, and, boy, he sure did get stood up. But, at any rate, Collinsville takes over.
At their own 35-yard line, so not bad starting field position. We've seen worse.
Down by 12.
10:07 left to play in the fourth quarter, so there's plenty of time. As Colby Anderson, the freshman quarterback, comes out from the sideline into the huddle, calls off his play, and the Kahawks are ready to go. Jackson Lee lines up as a wideout on the far side. Swaggart over here on the near side. Gabe Miller is not going to get the ball. It's going to go to Jaden Neighbors, and Neighbors, he's going to get a couple of yards after he turns up the right side and gets up to about the 39-yard line, a gain of 3 on the play. Make it 4.
Yeah, we'll take it, right? We'll take it. I'm telling you, we stick to our game plan. We score. We have to have one stop before the end of this game. Come out with a victory.
We need 2 scores, and as you mentioned, 1 stop. Clock continues to run.
Stop.
9:35 left to play here in the fourth. Here is Anderson in shotgun. He'll hand the ball off to Miller. Miller goes up the middle and now cuts it a little bit to the left, cuts it back to the right. He's got a first down, and he's into Warrior territory at the Granite City 46-yard line.
All day long. All day long. Collinsville's offensive line cannot be commended enough tonight. Our running game is strong. How many yards on the ground do we have down there? You guys know?
Oh, yeah, I would imagine it's you have to break out a calculator for this one. Clock stops with 9:26 left to play.
How about total yards on the ground?
And we are at a first down for Collinsville from the Granite City 45-yard line.
Gabe Miller himself has 130 yards on the ground.
He's
tonight.
about to get some more. Here's
Jaden
the snap.
Neighbors at 92.
Here is the handoff to Jaden Neighbors, and Neighbors gets across the line of scrimmage and picks up 1.
You know, we're pushing 250, 270 yards on the ground here at Kahok Stadium tonight. Swaggart getting a little talking to by the ref.
Last week we had 335 rushing yards. We might pass that tonight. Second down and about 9 to go for a first down, and the handoff goes to Miller up the middle, and he'll get it up to the 40-yard line, and Collinsville will be looking at about a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's fine. We're in 4-down territory. Get 2 or 3 a whack here. Although you'd like to get the first down on third down and not set up a real high-pressure fourth down situation, right?
Right. 3rd and 5 from the 40.
Jackson Lee swaggered out wide. Miller in the backfield.
Anderson in shotgun, and we'll get those 5 yards the hard way.
Ooh, I got to tell you, I think they're going to get Granite City for that, but it looked to me like we might have moved a little bit in the backfield.
5-yard penalty will be a first down.
I'll take
Collinsville
it.
will move the chains the easy way or the hard way, depending on which way you want to look at it.
How about well, there's still 8 minutes left. I just say maybe a fly pattern to Swaggart again, but it's still probably a little early for that. Probably keep the ball on the ground. Although we are going 2 receivers out to the left side.
Both of them on the far side of the field. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Miller up the middle, and Miller gets about 8 or 9 of those as somebody tried to rip the ball out of his hands while he was running up the middle, but Miller held on to it.
Why do anything else, right? Why do anything else when your offensive line's getting a push? Gabe Miller is a absolute freight train right now.
Coach
So
Lee
we're
looks
gonna-
like he's ready for wintertime, man. He's got gloves on and a stocking cap on and everything.
We are going to bring the ball down and score, and again, we're going to need 1 stop on defense.
Here's the snap. Handoff again goes to Miller. He has enough for a first down here. It's going to be really close.
I don't know. It depends on the spot.
Really close.
Depends on which side judge spots it. Side judge on this side looks like we have it. The side judge on the other side does not look like we have it.
Go to this guy over here.
Right. I agree with that.
Well, we're going to call him about a half a yard short. So 3rd down, less than a yard to go. Collinsville breaks huddle. Jackson Lee lines up on the far side. Swaggart over here on the near side, but you know this is a run all the way. Here
come the
is
linebackers.
Anderson. Well, now they
Now
back
they're
up.
backing up.
Showing a
Well,
little blitz there, and
now Granite City's linebackers.
only 5
clapping
seconds
in
left on the play clock.
Collinsville's face.
There's a snap, and Anderson's going to have to keep it, and he gets struck down from behind.
Goodness.
Just about when he was ready to cross that line
Oh,
for a
my
first.
Goodness.
Miscommunication in the backfield. That was supposed to be a handoff to Miller, and Collinsville missed it. That's going to bring up 4th and 1, and Collinsville now faced with having to make it here.
Now here come the linebackers. Here comes Gabe Miller. Who's going to win the battle?
And Miller does.
Gabe Miller won the battle. Look
And
at
that
him.
crowd
Oh,
keeps
my.
on pushing all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Listen, that was mano-a-mano. Everybody knew what was going to happen. Gabe Miller just carried the Granite City defense about 7 to 8 yards. That was amazing.
You knew that time it was Miller time. Miller comes out, and a man in the motion is going to get the ball. That is Kyler Williams. Williams tries that left side, turns
Gets
the
to the
corner,
edge.
and he has a little bit of room over there before he is run out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Mike Bagwell on the chain gang over there, sidestepping, hot-stepping, getting out of the way. Oh, my goodness. The former Belleville West superstar.
5:57 left
Like
to
we
play
got a
here in
man
this
down,
fourth
maybe?
quarter. That might
Granite
be your
City
chain
player
gang guy,
down.
isn't it?
I don't know.
No, he's
I
up.
think it's a Granite City player.
Yeah, it is. Granite City player wearing red. He is out of bounds, as everybody is told to take a knee. 5:57 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 54-42. Granite City has the lead by 12 points. Collinsville driving. They have the ball on the 10-yard line. They can get a first down at the 7-yard line and have a complete new set of downs then. Or we just punch it in from here and save a little time on the clock. But as you mentioned there, Dr. McCluskey, even if Collinsville does score here, they're going to have to find a way to stop the Warriors from answering.
Well, the way this game was shaping up, you know, here in the third and fourth quarter, it's obvious that it's an offensive dominant game. And with the way the scoreboard reads, again, Collinsville comes up with 1 stop. They're in the driver's seat.
Got to get this ball into the end zone, though. Time is running out. 5:57 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville fortunately, has all 3 of their timeouts. Granite City does not. Granite City, they don't want to stop the clock anymore anyway.
Hey, Travion Swaggart has nobody.
Not yet, anyway. They're just coming from the sideline.
All right, here comes the defensive back.
Swaggart on the near side, Jackson Lee on the far side. Anderson in the middle. Why are you throwing a flag? You hadn't even started the play clock yet. Illegal shift by the defense?
Substitution.
Oh, illegal substitution.
is
Okay.
what that was. Legal substitution.
Wow.
In Granite City.
Got a guy in
so
too
that
late.
should give us a first down, right?
Yeah, it should. We'll
first
have
and goal.
First and goal from the 5.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Gabe Miller. Surprise, surprise. Right back onto the football field.
It's Miller time again.
Number 9, Kyler Williams gets a breather.
Miller will not play the role of tailback this time. He'll be a wing back instead. And here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to Jaden Neighbors, and Neighbors is in for a touchdown.
Collinsville, Jaden Neighbors with a 5-yard scurry to bring Collinsville back within 6 as it stands. Look for us to kick an extra point.
Andrew Chai out there.
5.
Colby Anderson will be the holder. 5:51, and now we have to make a stop on defense. We have to. Chai ready to go. Anderson's ready for the ball. There it is, and it's a bad snap. Somehow or another, Anderson got that ball down, and it still went through. I don't even think he got it point to point on the ground. I think that ball was laying sideways. Wow.
That was an incredible kick by the freshman, Andrew Chai. Here we are. Who would have thunk it? 5:51 left. 54 Granite City. 49 Collinsville. Collinsville's defense is going to be tasked with holding Freddie Edwards one more time.
Got to. No question about it. You cannot let Granite City come down the field and score another touchdown, or this game will, for all intents and purposes, be over.
Well, and if you're Granite City and you don't put the ball in Freddie Edwards' hands, that's just foolish, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Some way, shape, or form. I mean, the guy's lined up as a wide receiver, a running back, a tight end, and a quarterback. The only thing he hasn't lined up as is center.
Now,
that's because if he lines up at center, he doesn't get the ball.
You know, the first half, nobody throws the ball. The last 2 series, Granite City goes to the air. So I wouldn't be surprised to look for them to go to the air again. But that's a high-risk, high-reward situation, right?
Yeah.
We break up a couple passes. All of a sudden, they're 3rd and long, 4th and long. Collinsville's good to go.
Detchen's ready to kick off. And once again, Granite City not very deep. White is all the way up at the 30-yard line.
Now we're going deep.
Now he's going to go deep, and there's another little squib kick, and then it's going to go out of bounds again. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Can't give it that much angle.
I'm telling you, man, at one point, I would say, you know what? Kick it as hard and as far as you can. Because these guys are all playing shallow. They're all up close to the 30-yard line. You can get one over their heads and they get one of those Kahok rolls down inside the 5. You'll be in business. But now you're going to be backed up 5 yards, so you're not going to do that now.
No, they're going to take the ball.
They're going to take this one this time?
They're going to take the ball. Well, with 5:51 left, I don't think they want to risk, bumbling the ball and giving up a turnover. I think they're confident having the ball in their offense's hands.
Crowd gets into it. They want their defense to step it up for a series and put a stop to the shenanigans here. Freddie Edwards lines up as the quarterback on this play. He's in shotgun. There's a snap, and the handoff goes to the deep man, and the deep man gets it up to about the 40-yard line, make it the 41-yard line, so a gain of 4 on the play.
Now, this could be interesting. If Granite City changes their tone and just continues to run the ball up the middle, it could become a clock management game.
Well, the Warriors don't want to stop the clock. They don't have any more timeouts to do that with, and therefore they're probably going to limit their pass plays.
And look for a little bait. I mean, if Freddie keeps giving the ball up the middle, eventually he's gonna pull the ball out and hit the edge.
Gardner stands to the left of Edwards. Edwards in the shotgun, standing at the 25-yard line. Here's a snap. It's low. Edwards keeps it. He has a little bit of room in which to move. He zigs, he zags, and he's got the outside edge. He turns it up and runs right into one of the Kahawks, and pushing backwards, but he'll already have enough to gain for the first down, and the ball will be at midfield.
I'll tell you what, we had him tackled in the backfield. We missed the tackle, but when he hit the edge, I thought, oh, boy, here we go again. And I don't know who that was out there that saved the day. Was that number 26?
I think it was.
DJ
Poe.
Poe?
Yep.
A 5'7", 160-pound senior stops Freddie Edwards.
Give him a bear hug, didn't he? Give him a bear hug.
What? Who saw that coming?
Kahawk fans trying to make some noise for their defense. 4:30 left to go here in this fourth quarter. 6-point game, Warriors with the lead. Collinsville trying to make a big stop on defense. Can they do it? Two wide receivers on this side. Here's the snap.
Right
it goes
back
to
to
Gooden.
the middle, right
it's going to go to Gardner, and
edge.
Gardner turns and brings it up. He'll get into Collinsville territory a little deeper as he is at the 41. They need to get to the 39 for a first down.
Nick Becker, the sophomore, he's been productive this season, but he's relying on the arm tackle here. And again, we made first contact a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but we gave up 8 yards on the play. We
That'll
continue
bring
to
up
do that.
second down and 3 here.
That'll put the game out of reach. We've got to have a couple big plays here.
Second down and 3. Ball on the Kahawk 42-yard line. Gooden back in shotgun as the quarterback. Edwards is the wide receiver all the way on the far side of the field. Gardner in the backfield.
They're happy to run clock right now.
They are.
They're going to let the play clock run all the way down.
There's a snap. Handoff goes to the back man, and he's wrapped up immediately. No first down on that one. Big stop there by Trey Anderson as he puts a stop to Gabriel Westfall McKenzie. Clock continues to run. A loss of 1 on the play will bring up a third down and 4 here for the Granite City Warriors. And the clock continues to run. Collinsville not ready to use one of their timeouts yet. Play clock is only down to 23, so we're going to have almost 2.5 minutes to go by the time this ball is snapped. Gooden just now making it to the huddle with the play. Play clock is down to 9.
Look for a delay game here.
Yeah, it could
Look
be.
for a delay game. They're out of timeouts, right?
They are. 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
And nope, they got it off in time. And Gooden is going to keep it, and he's going to have enough for a first down all the way down to the Collinsville 34-yard line. That was real close.
My goodness. I cannot believe that they got that ball off. Unbelievable. And that is a momentum killer for the Collinsville Kahawk defense. Hush just fell over
I was
the
going to
crowd.
say, also killed the momentum for the crowd.
Yeah, a hush. The crowd just went dead silent. Everybody thought it'd be a delay of game. They ran a misdirection. We thought we had the ball tackled in the backfield. However, it's still 1st and 10 with 2:08 to play.
All this without Freddie Edwards out there. He's not been out there the last few plays. Under center is Gooden. He'll hand the ball off, and he'll do so to White. Or Gardner, excuse me, and Gardner gets more positive yardage. That keeps the clock moving, and Collinsville's going to have to start using their timeouts.
Well, Granite City's finally wising up and taking a page out of Collinsville's playbook, and they're just simply running the ball up the field, which is really what they should have been doing this entire half.
Collinsville uses their first of their 3 timeouts. We'll keep it right here for this one. Probably won't go anywhere for the rest of the game until the postgame show is upon us. 1:56 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Second down and 5 for the Warriors. They have the ball on Collinsville's 28-yard line. They need to get it down to about the 24-yard line. And Collinsville needs to come up with a defensive stop, something they have not been able to do much of tonight. Well, neither team has really. Look at the score, 54-49. We are already over 100 points in this game. Last year was 89, I believe. 88.
Turnover, Todd. Turnover.
That's what we need.
Turnover.
But we're going to have to dislodge the ball from somebody's hands because they are not going to pass. So you can only hope for a fumble, a forced fumble, because there will be no interceptions because Granite City will not throw this ball anymore. Gooden is in shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the near, 1 on the far, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 in front of the quarterback, 1 behind. Gardner from behind gets it. Nick Becker gets his hands on him first, slows him down enough, and Collinsville will be looking at the Granite City Warriors facing a 3rd down and about 1.5 yards to go for a first down as they spot that ball on the 25. Granite City needs to get it to about the 23.5 for a first down.
Yeah, minute 47 left. Collinsville burns
another timeout.
Second timeout. We've got 1 left. So with a 25-second play clock, Granite City has to get a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down now, and you know the Warriors will go for it on 4th down if they miss. Because Collinsville would still have to drive it all the way down the field.
If they do get a first down, that should end it by my math, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Because they'll wind the clock.
Collinsville will have only 1 stoppage of the clock left. Defense really needs to step up now. We've been saying that the whole game, but this is the point in the game where you have to step up. Almost 10 o'clock. Three-hour game and then some.
Big 3rd down for the Collinsville Kahok defense. Here we go.
It is. Gooden's under center.
Blitz coming.
And
Blitz
Gooden's going to keep it.
We got him.
Gooden keeps it. He dives forward. I think he's a little short. It's going to be 4th and about 1/2 yard.
We had him for a 1-yard loss, and then he dove forward. Wow. How about some drama here at Kahok Stadium? We've got 4th and less than 1 yard.
Collinsville's going to use their final timeout.
Left. Collinsville uses their final timeout. This
is the play of the game here.
The play of the game.
Yep.
That's it. Right here.
Play of the game coming up right now.
Expect Collinsville to bring the house. Much like Granite City did when we had them pinned. And they're deep in their territory when Gabe Miller carried their entire defense 10 yards. Granite City breaks huddle. They're marching out onto the field. Collinsville's taking their time, figuring out what exactly they're going to do. I mean, you have to gamble and just blitz and bring the house, right?
Yeah, you do. 1:42 left here in the 4th. 54-49, Warriors with the lead.
Here comes Collinsville. The crowd's back into it here.
Bringing up all the big guys out front. They are showing wide receiver, so you have to respect that. Now Freddie Edwards is back out there. Guess who's going to get the ball? Edwards gets it. Forward he goes. Did he get enough?
Yeah, we had him stopped, and I think he...
Oh, a loose ball. Nobody's blown a whistle.
Nobody's blown a whistle.
Did they blow it? They did.
I think we had Freddie stop. I think his second effort got the first down, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, there's a big discussion going on. Granite City coaches are all out on the field.
Chaos on the football field.
They have an injured player down as well.
Circus act continues.
And I'm not even sure where they're spotting the ball. The referees are still talking about it, too. Referees are still talking about it, too. And the hurt Granite City Warriors.
Oh, my. I don't think they got it.
I don't think they did either.
Oh,
they didn't.
Collinsville
Collinsville gets the ball back.
Oh, my goodness.
First down with 1:32 left to play. and no timeouts to work
I
with.
have never seen anything like this in a high school football field. Holy cow, folks.
Man,
Holy
oh man.
cow.
Well,
now well wishes to the Granite City player. He's still down on his back. So let's give some thoughts and prayers out to the Granite City injured player. Looks like they're going to get him up now. Okay, that's good to see. Young man's walking off on his own power. Good deal.
Dorian Arqueles walks off under his own power with a little bit of a limp.
Now,
Well, Collinsville was victimized last week by a last 2-minute drive by Lincoln, and maybe the Kahawks can pull one of those tricks out of their own bag here with 92 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter.
hello, homecoming drama here in Collinsville, Illinois. 54-49, Granite City.
The good news is
left.
it's a 5-point lead, so this game cannot be tied and going to overtime.
That is true.
We cannot
What
score
I say,
5
we
points.
needed one stop.
I know, we got
just got it.
We did.
We just got it.
Big play there by the defense. Gives the ball back to Collinsville. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line, so they have a long way to go.
Well, the key now will be hurry up offense. You know, we've got to get 8 to 10 yards of whack. We've got to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. We cannot waste any time. Now, in high school football, the clock does stop on a first down to move the chains.
Anderson's in shotgun. He takes the snap. The handoff is going to go to Jaden Neighbors. Neighbors skirts the line of scrimmage and picks up maybe a yard, and Collinsville is going to have to hurry up. Referees need to hurry up, too. They get the ball down kind of late.
Can't afford a illegal procedure here.
Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Miller. Miller goes up the middle, and he'll be brought down at about the 30-yard line as the clock continues to run with 1:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
We need a first down here.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 to go for a first down. Anderson hands the ball off to Miller again, and Miller gets ran into right at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up maybe a yard, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4 as the clock continues to run with 45 seconds left to play. Nowhere to stop the clock. All timeouts have been used.
Gabe
Miller is going to limp off.
Miller's hurt.
And Miller limps off, and coming in his place is Tremaine Burns. Here is a handoff
That's
to
be illegal motion.
Neighbors, and he'll get it up to the 35-yard line. Good enough for a first down, but a flag's on the play.
I think there's illegal motion on Collinsville. Yeah.
So that'll bring the ball back. And Collinsville will have to, at some point, go to the air. They're going to have to. 30 seconds left. 4th down.
You should have gone to the air with Travion Swaggart with about 50 seconds left.
4th down and 8 to go.
Now they'll do it, and Granite City knows it's coming.
4th down and 8. Anderson from the shotgun, and another flag on the play, and an incomplete pass on 4th down. But
that penalty will be declined.
Yes, it will.
And that'll be the ball game.
Yep.
Unless they blew it dead.
The illegal shift.
Well, at least we get another chance.
No, they're going to decline it, I think. Or do they get a chance to?
No, that they blow that dead, so
Dead
we
ball
get
foul?
another shot.
All right, well, 4th and forever. Well, actually 4th and 13. Anderson in shotgun, looks, throws, but
you can't throw the ball short.
Yeah, you throw the ball at the 25-yard line,
How
and
are you gonna?
That's going to do it. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass, and the Granite City Orioles will get the ball back and kneel down one time, and this game will be over. All the excitement is just drained from this side of the field. And
you're
over on the
4th
other
and
side.
13 and you throw a 7-yard pass. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Neither do I, sir. 54-49 is going to end up being the final score. I can't see Granite City wanting to run a play. They'll just kneel down on the ball, I would assume. As Freddie Edwards is trying to get everybody to stay off of the field as to avoid a penalty. And then Freddie will come back out. And Collinsville will drop to 0-6 on the year. Granite City keeps their slim playoff hopes alive. Granite City has to travel to Breeze to take on the Mater Dei Knights, so good luck to them because Mater Dei traditionally has a football powerhouse. Freddie Edwards will take the snap, and he'll kneel on the ball, and that will do it. Final score, 54-49. Granite City pulls out the victory, and we head to the post-game show brought to you by Culp Jennings Florist. Culp Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Culp Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials. Right now, they're still having the fall special going on. A dozen fall flowers in a stylish vase, all for $25. Give Culp Jennings Florist a call at 344-0404 or online at culpjennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as Collinsville drops this game tonight by a score of 54-49. As we welcome in offensive coordinator and assistant coach Zach Bilyeu. Coach, that was one whale of a game, man. I don't think I've ever quite seen a high school football game like that before.
No, that was crazy. That was a great football game. You know, Granite, you know, credit to them. They got up big, and our guys just kept fighting. And you know, we've installed a few different things the past few weeks offensively, and our guys bought in. They stuck with it. Made a couple adjustments at halftime, and were able to take advantage of some stuff. I think we scored 28 points in the third quarter. So really proud of the guys for showing their grit. You know, hats off to Granite, Freddie. You know, they call him Freak Freddy for a reason. I feel like I say this to you every year. You know, he reminds me a lot. This is the first year it's actually hit me. You know, a few years ago when Jeff Thomas, I think it was a sophomore, their quarterback went down to East St. Louis and he had to play quarterback. And watching Freddie's the closest thing I've seen to that back there. I mean, he's a freak.
I was commenting on it, man. I'm like, okay, we've seen the guy line up as a wide receiver. He's lined up as a running back. He's lined up as a tight end. He's in there as a quarterback. I'm like, the only thing the guy doesn't do is hike the ball.
Yeah.
And that's probably because if he hiked it, he wouldn't get the ball back.
Yeah, I think they want him touching the ball as much as possible. He's incredible. There's a reason, you know, Notre Dame was after him for a period of time, and he's going to Miami, Ohio. So I like how our guys kept fighting. You know, even knowing that adversity of playing a guy like that, our guys kept fighting. And, you know, Freddie, he got us. I mean, you know, that one score, that's a big deal. And, but, you know, like I said, I thought both teams, it was a fun football game to be a part of.
Yeah, well, Jake Holton was running things for a while there, and then he got hurt, and you guys brought the freshman quarterback back in there. I thought he played a great game once he got back in.
Best game of the season. You know, as a freshman, we talk to him all the time. He's had ups and downs, and, you know, he's been very positive with, you know, I mean, really, he didn't really get benched, but, you know, when Jake took over, he fit more of what we were trying to do, and because Jake can run it a little bit, and obviously the game plan changed a little bit, and the freshman goes back in, but, I mean, I think it was within a couple plays, we're throwing streaks down the field, and the freshman was, he was ready to go. It was a big game. It was probably the best game, you know, not whole game because he came in there about, you know, beginning of the game, but, you know, it was one of the best games of quarterback we've had all season, and that was huge because the team could typically, like a couple weeks ago, you know, when Chris went down, it's hard to keep that energy up. And then Jake went down, and he rallied the troops. And, you know, Jake's just such a great leader. And, you know, him and Chris Chai and those guys on the sideline, even when they're hurt, like, have just rallied these guys. And they all bought in. They, you know, when Colby went in, we didn't miss a beat. And hats off to the freshmen for doing that, and our guys around him for believing in him. And, you know, I'm proud of him being ready to go. He's been bouncing around. He played fresh off on Monday, and he's back with us. So, I mean, it's a wild ride, but it's fun to see him mature throughout the season.
You're the offensive coordinator, so I have to ask you, man, you're faced with a 4th and 13 on the last play of the game. Don't you think it's wiser to throw it 13 yards down the field instead of 5?
Well, so, you know, we had a lot of success with our trick plays last year. We haven't gone to them a lot. We haven't been in a lot of these situations. You know, the catch and pitch, you know, the little hook and ladder. It worked big for us last year. Obviously, we won the Beverly East game on it, so it was a play we practiced that we haven't brought out a whole lot. So typically you go to what you know, and those guys know that well. And then, you know, our vertical threat is obviously Trey Swaggart, and they're they're bracketing him, and instead of just throwing that up, give our guys for a chance for a little misdirection and a pitch. And, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, but Vert's there with the double covered receiver. I don't think that puts us in the best spot for a big play. It just didn't work out.
You know, the last time you guys beat these guys was in 2017. That was a 49-26 game, and Gabe Miller had 9 tackles and 4 assists in that game on the defense. I'm like, I have been calling this guy's name, it seems like, for 5 years now, but it really hasn't been. But how about his performance tonight? 29 carries for 158 yards and 4 touchdowns.
You know, he's that guy. Like, I think back to when I was a freshman and we were ground and pound. We were power I, running downhill, and we had some dudes. Like Austin Stewart's dad, Eric Stewart, was one of those guys, and Corey Kimbrell and some of the guys when I was a freshman I looked up to. I told him he's going to have that season now where he can play linebacker and fullback, and it's just going to be that old, you know, late 90s mentality of just I'm going to go downhill. And, you know, he has changed as a human being. Just he's done a 180. I mean, last year obviously he was removed from the team for you know, multiple reasons, and he agreed with it, and things just didn't go our way last year with him. And you could go one way or the other as a young man, and the way he has responded, he's a leader. He wore 99 today in honor of Aaron, and he just, I couldn't be more proud of him. He's grown so much in the classroom, off the field. He's just a tremendous young man, which we always knew. I've coached him in football and basketball since he was a freshman, and he's always had that personality, and we've always seen it. It's just he's been quick to lose his temper, and he's been quick to see the negative side. And this year he's been all smiles and everything we need. And when we told him he's going to carry the ball again, because we knew as a guy that we started having injuries, like we need him, especially installing this little bit of different offense. And he has just manned up. It's unreal watching him sometimes, because we were laughing at varsity level. You don't see guys bouncing off of fullbacks. You just don't. It's 5 yards, caught of dust, and we live to play another. He is shoving kids off of him going down the field. The thing about Gabe is he's such an athlete too. Like, he's as big as he is and as strong as he is, he's fast and he's smart. So having him back there is just awesome. I thought we were gonna get to pull it out. It's tough when you go through and you run what we're running now, as reverse of what we did at the beginning of the season, being so spread as you do with a minute and a half. It's tough if you don't bust one early. It's tough to get going. But yeah, Gabe's been killing it.
Let's talk about the other freshman. Looks like you guys might have yourself a kicker here for the future. Andrew Chai's putting it through there.
He, on that last extra point, the snap got off late. Think Granite might have been offsides again. And typically what a kicker will do is just stop because they think they're offsides. He didn't. He leaned back and nailed that through. And he's another, obviously the lineage is great. We love Chris, and he's been great. The funny thing about Andrew is Chris was a little more shy when he was that age. I guess now having the big brother on the team, and he's a captain and a quarterback, so he just acts like one of the guys. Like, you don't even know besides his body type of still being a skinny rail. You don't even know he's a freshman. He's cool. He's calm. The snap can be bobbled in front of him. It doesn't matter. And he's a freshman. We get him in the weight room. He's going to keep being successful at soccer. He's the multi-sport in the fall, which is amazing. And we keep getting him in the weight room. His legs are already very strong, and I can only imagine where he's going to be as the time continues.
All right, last road trip of the year coming up next week at Mattoon. What do we know about them?
They're going to spread it out. They're going to whip it around a little bit. It should be a fun matchup. It's a couple teams that have struggled this season. Obviously, things haven't gone the way we wanted. I don't think they've gone the way Mattoon has wanted. I have a little experience against them when I was coaching at Triad. They play every year, so we have a little bit of familiarity with them. They're going to be good physical defensively, and offensively they're going to try to spread you out and whip it around. They typically have a quarterback almost every year that's 6'3" plus that can just sit back there and wing it. So we're going to have our hands cut out for us. But, I like the way we're trending. It's 2 games in a row. We just got to figure out that way to get over that peak and get a win, because the guys deserve it. They've been killing it. We've had 3 straight weeks of really, really good practice. Everyone's still bought in. Our numbers are still huge. Typically at Collinsville, by this point, you're looking at 50, 60 kids that don't really want to play football. These guys want to play football, and we've had some fun football. It's tough to lose, but I think when we look back at some of these games, these underclassmen are going to be better for it because they're learning what to do, what not to do, and it's going to keep pushing forward. And I think the seniors will be proud of how they kept fighting.
Thanks for the visit, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Zach Bilyeu, the offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks. And we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We're going to call it a night. We got a busy week for you next week. As a matter of fact, I believe we got 4 games coming up for you next week. We have some soccer for you on Monday versus Jabot right here. That is senior night. Then we're on the road at Belleville East for some girls volleyball on Tuesday. We're back here for some soccer against Edwardsville on Thursday. And then, of course, we're on the road to Mattoon on Friday to close out the week. So a big thank you to everybody involved. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Peyton Blaylock on the camera for us tonight. And, of course, a big thank you to Coach Popovich and for Coach Bilyeu for joining us on the pre- and the post-game shows. Heartbreaker here tonight. Collinsville drops it 54-49. And until Monday, everyone have a fantastic evening.